Hello and welcome back to ALIZEE. No, let me do that again.
We're not.
The end. That's it.
Great. Hello and welcome back to I can't even say my own name. I'm operating on like 4 hours sleep. It's going down hour by hour each time I say to someone. Soon it'll be I've just had 1 hour sleep. But I am your host, ALIZEE Yeezy. Or am I? I can't tell. Is this a dream? That's Rob over there. He's my mate.
Am I still here?
You're still here, I think. I'm not sure. I might be dissociating. And we are here with the artist formerly known as Blazinskrubs, going by the name Podel now. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I've slept 4 hours. That's not good.
We're all like in sleep
I got some more sleep, so I'll try and hold it together.
I'm relying on you for this because
you two start wondering, I'll do my best.
We're just gonna fall asleep.
I can't even like see you properly. My eyes are blurry.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have got you some coffee.
I didn't bring my glasses. Don't worry.
You gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
All right, sweet. So, for the uninitiated, you.
Me? Who am I?
How are you a thing?
What'd I say?
Anything you want. Anything you want.
Okay. Well,
how did your channel start when it was known as Blazinskrubs?
Well, actually, it wasn't just me who made the channel. It was me and my friend. I'll go by Sergeant. So we were actually watching Snipers at the time. And that's where it all began. We were like so into it. We don't know why. It was just so weird in a way. It's the music and all these sound effects happening. And yeah, one day we just decided let's make a channel. And that was it. That was literally it. We just uploaded stuff to Reddit and what was the other thing? YouTube, Reddit. We just put it on Twitter, everything. And yeah, it turned,
legend was born.
I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. It just turned terrible. It just turned terrible.
Shall we, for the uninitiated, shall we explain like what we're on about?
Please,
we're on about probably my favourite. This is the true golden era of YouTube for me. The MLG montage parody era.
You don't even have to explain it to anyone else. Just explain it to me. I'm still more or less uninitiated, and I've seen it. I've watched your channel, quite a few videos, and I'm still like left sort of in the dust, very confused, a little bit frightened.
It's so absurd. It's just, I can't actually describe what content I make to people when they ask.
MLG.
So don't say anything. When they say, do you do YouTube? I'm like, no.
No? Who? Me?
Yeah, like, what do you say at this point? I make weird videos.
How
MLG, what is it? What does it stand for?
Major League Gaming.
And I think...
How does that work?
Yeah, I think it originated from like memes within the gaming community. Well, actually, weren't they parodies of like the kind of myriad of COD gaming videos there were on YouTube? Because there were just loads of 12-year-olds like playing COD and screaming,
getting irate,
all the time. Like
yeah. I remember it was 2013, late 2013 when I first saw that. It was just chaos, like complete chaos. And then someone decided to do that with random TV shows and like random films. It's just overlay like PNG images, and even gave us like a MLG pack like template to make to use. Sorry, so they gave us like a hit marker PNG image.
I had one.
Yeah, did you have it as well?
Not like a pack, but you can get like hit marker, green screen, and all
and
that kind of stuff.
That gif of like that thing moving back and forth. What was it, like that frog thing?
I know what you're
talking about.
I mean? It's so weird because it's like trying to explain a dream.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. It's like trying to explain a dream when the dream is like kind of slipping through your fingers, like cupping water, and it's falling through. That's MLG.
That's how I was introduced to it. I was at Alizee's late one night, and she was like, "Have you ever seen these videos?" And I was like, "What am I about to watch?" You showed me 3 or 4, which is way too many at once. Honestly.
They're only like a minute and a half long.
Yeah,
content.
Best content. They're very concentrated videos.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in them. Especially at that volume and at that time of night, but they were baffling to me. I just didn't know what I was looking at because I didn't really engage in like gaming much, so all of the jokes in there were stuff I didn't understand. So I was, again, I said earlier, felt like an archaeologist.
Yeah, I mean, how do I describe it? Because at that point I was at uni. I just started uni. It was 2014. So I'd get home, I'd find a random TV show that I wanted to just destroy and go nuts. Like I would honestly just do the most random editing that made no sense, that I didn't care about. It was like low effort but high effort at the same time. And the end result was like after a day or two of editing, that was it. I just left it, uploaded it, and that was that was it.
How long would it take you to make those videos? Like how many hours? Because it was quite like for some channels, I know it was quite extensive because they had to get more and more ridiculous. So like some channels like God, all these names come back to me now because I loved this era of YouTube. It was my favorite because it was like just so nonsensical.
Senpai Kush, that was pyrocynical.
Ancient reality. Like his were really, really high quality, and it's like, damn, how many hours is this guy putting into it? But he would get millions of views. So
yeah, I can tell you what. Initially, when I started, it was like 2 days, maybe 3 days, because it was so terrible. Like there wasn't any After Effects work or anything like that. But then once I decided to just waste more time on it, I had to spend at least 2 weeks on it. And like considering now I spend at least 6 months on videos, it's nothing compared to now.
That's wild.
You didn't know that?
That's no, but that's
2 days to 6 months.
Oh yeah, sorry,
that's wild to me though.
Well,
like,
that was only the Incredibles video.
Yeah, but in fairness, there's a lot going on with that.
So yeah, don't spend that much on a video that it won't get many views. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I can't possibly do that with my channel or videos. If I have to work on something for longer than a week, it's dead to me.
Yeah.
You're not using many effects in yours, in fairness.
I really don't know why.
Not that, but just like, I mean, like script writing and research and stuff like that. I mean, the worst thing I've ever... No, that's not the worst. The most arduous thing I've ever done on my channel was the 2.5 hour long video about Shane Dawson's series. I think it got like 250,000 views or plus that, but it wasn't actually worth it.
It was not worth it.
It wasn't even worth it for me. I had to be there for a bit of that backstage, getting messages.
Well, no, yeah, because I was just losing my mind. Like there was so many hours of recording that went into it because I didn't write a script. I was just sitting there reacting in real time, and then editing it took fucking days. And then the file size was like, it was too much for what computer was I using? I can't remember. My computer couldn't deal with it, and I was like, because they were like the file sizes for the videos had to be like on my laptop, and that was like 100 gigs worth or something because it was just like however many video recordings, and and then I failed to export it like for 3 days in a row. I was ringing up Kes Motion, being like, "What the fuck am I going to do about this video?" Like it was so bad, and then I had to like keep re-uploading it and like snipping bits out because it kept getting copyright claims for like 2 seconds worth of music that Shane had used in his videos, which I understand, like copyright, I get it, but I do kind of think that shouldn't be allowed. If it's like, I've made a 2.5 hour long video, on someone else's content, but like you don't get to have the money for 2 seconds of a bloody music clip.
And they don't tell you when in the video it happens. I mean, at least for me, they didn't say that.
They do for me now.
Did they?
And you can have the option of clipping it out, but like that takes forever. And this video was just horrible. I lost sleep over it for like a good week.
It should come under fair use. It's educational, that video.
You know what the trick is? The trick is just to distort the audio. They can't find it that way. That's what I did.
don't think I know how to.
Just clip it like so bad. Like, you know the what's it called? Good, Bad and the Wrecked video. The
Good, the Bad.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Like it's ringing a bell. Yes. Yeah. And he's got like the glasses.
Yeah. Essentially, you don't even know what the hell you're listening to, so YouTube doesn't know either.
That's good.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to talk more about your channel because I don't know how I even found like these things in the place. I think.
When did we find each other? I don't remember.
Yeah, because we've known each other for a few years actually. Because I'm just one of those people where I just end up talking to like everyone. Yeah. Like Snipers, me and him, we used to chat loads. He's really, really funny. I'd love to have him on the podcast. Ask him on some time.
We'll get him on. We'll get him.
I'm trying to think of what first introduced me to MLG videos. I'm pretty sure it was like some sort of like fight was happening, and it was like lens flares and all that kind of stuff. And I think it led on from that.
Sniper's video, probably.
I don't know the first video I watched of yours, but one video has come to mind: the Jeremy Kyle Rumble.
That was my very first video.
So good. Did I show you that one? He's like the man, like he flips a chair, stomps off the stage, and Jeremy Kyle's he's like going backstage, and then it's like Inception deleted scene.
I still
think it's funny
that
as
makes
fuck
no
now.
sense. I don't understand why I did that.
the man he hit a door so hard. This man who just got really mad on the Jeremy Kyle show. Oh, R.I.P. the Jeremy Kyle show.
Oh my God.
Like, because that had to. I always forget that they had to take that off the air. Because it was basically just like a. Oh, yeah, what's the term? Bear baiting. It was just bear baiting for people.
It's essentially,
yeah,
like distress on live television or something for people.
Taking advantage of people.
Yeah, I studied it at, like in sociology at college, like really briefly, just looking at it as a sort of phenomenon. And it really was like getting the middle class in, like as the audience members, to laugh and be smug about these people who are like, a lot of them are in severe distress, and like,
I know, and then
it's not their fault, a lot of them. So, but
I don't know. I guess their excuse was they were trying to help them. Like Jeremy Kyle was.
It's a very,
I don't know,
spurious claim.
Yeah.
But those, like the MLG videos, the content I've seen, the stuff you've shown me, is possibly one of the best, like, outward representations of what I imagine it must be to have your brain.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. A lot of the gaming references, because it is to do with things like Call of Duty, which I never played. I mean, I played other games, but not Call of Duty. So a lot of them would go over my head, like the whole Hitmark thing. It would go over my head, but I just loved them because loud noises and, like, you know, quick imagery.
I just
arrest my case.
My brain was like, yes, this is content.
I know. It beats all this boring, like, stuff that you see. Like, it's just loud and colourful, isn't it?
Loud, colourful, obnoxious. Oh,
even
so
like
good.
Even to the point where you're getting a seizure because it's so flashy. Even to myself, I couldn't actually watch it for that long.
Yeah, like there was that episode of Pokemon where they had to take out a scene, or they had to like ban the whole episode because of the seizure warning.
Yeah,
that's just like every MLG video,
everything.
Basically.
And there's this one video that I will never forget. Do you know what the video's called? It's called XXXXXXXXXXXXXXX until it reaches the character limit of YouTube, and it just builds up like over 30 seconds, and then it's literally just loud noises and random just things happening, and even some like stuff that's not allowed on YouTube in the frame that just pops up. And I was like, what is this? I loved it.
What is this? I love it.
Yeah.
That's a good like sum up of what MLG is. I don't know what's going on, but it's great.
It's just called XXXXX.
I don't know. We should never have allowed people to have the power to make content, should we? Otherwise that happens.
It's so good though. It was the best age of YouTube, because that was before all the demonetization stuff, whatever. You could literally throw up any old fucking shit on YouTube and you'd make money from it.
Exactly. Were you on Reddit at that point? Like, because there was a subreddit for all that where it began.
No, I mean, like, I've never like been a poster on a lot of like websites. I mainly like I like lurking. Like I like lurking on Facebook and seeing what crazy things my relatives are saying. You know what I mean? So I've always been one to like lurk on Reddit. Never post, because then you just get into arguments with people. It's pointless.
Well, yeah. In terms of like MLG, that's where everyone posted their videos to get like views. And I guess for us, like when we both did the video, it sort of helped at the very beginning, and then eventually it just sort of died. So at the moment the sub is completely dead, I think. But back in its peak, it was so huge. I think there were like 100k members just posting so many things, and that's where you went to like find all these MLG videos. You wouldn't type it on YouTube, you go there on Reddit. Who
was like your favorite MLG creator at that time?
Ancient Reality.
Yeah,
we were talking up till recently for like so long. I think the one I watched was it was like an Assassin's Creed rip-off video game where he just completely just trashed it, saying it was terrible. And yeah, all his videos are so high quality. I mean, have you seen many of them?
Yes.
I remember some of them were like, I think he's deleted most of them actually.
Oh, really?
His channel's just vanished.
That's a shame. People shouldn't be embarrassed of that. It was quality content.
I don't know why I delete them. Yeah.
Like, I don't know why a lot of them now say, oh yeah, that content was terrible. Like, Pyrocynical, I love him. But he said that a few times. He said, yeah, I can't believe, like the Teletubbies emoji and the Shrek has swag. And it's like, what are you talking about? That is some premium content.
That's what he made. It was great.
It was so good. Shrek has swag is so good, Rob. Because, like,
I'll watch it later.
Because it's all like quiet, and then it's suddenly like, oh, hello there. Like, really, Shrek here, and I'm ticked off. It's
wear headphones,
good.
There you go.
If you wear headphones, RIP.
Yeah, I'll watch it in the dark as well.
Yeah.
And that should really...
That should wake you up.
That'll make it intense.
Yeah. I think I got hearing loss because of MLG. Like, seriously, I'm not even joking.
Who would you even sue for that? have to sue yourself.
I'm so dumb because I would always, when I'm editing, I had headphones and I had it on the highest volume. So all I heard was just distortion in my ears when I was editing every like day. And after like 3 years, suddenly my hearing is just messed up.
Oh, I wonder why.
I don't know why. I don't know.
MLG
Nobody
ruined
knows
my
why.
life.
I went to an
Story
audiologist. They don't know either. So I've ruined it for myself for like a few years.
So
don't get into MLG, kids.
Yeah, we'll ruin your hearing.
MLG only once. So like around that time period, I mean, because like MLG was happening for a while and then it sort of like started to die off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then a lot of those guys, like No Fuckers, Pyrocynical, they kind of did a bit of a Leafy. Leafy is here, who was like massive at the time, who just did commentary. Sort of bullying kids, basically.
Yeah.
They then turned into like commentary channels. How come you didn't?
That's a good question. Because I know like
it was written down.
Yeah, like No Fuckers and Pyrocynical, I think initially they did Leafy style videos over gaming footage, you know, where they just talk about whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then suddenly they switched to actual real life commentary. But for me, I was like, that's when I just started doing animation, where I wanted to switch my content. So I figured I'm terrible on camera, you know, I can't like just sit there and talk about stuff for like an hour. So I'll just go behind the scenes and do my thing. And then after a few months, release it. And I felt that was a better path for me. So that's all I can say, really.
Yeah, that's fair
really
enough.
want to, yeah.
It's not for everyone doing the on-camera
And
stuff.
considering my latest video is me silhouetted on like some cliff, you see why.
Yeah, you like that video.
Yeah,
didn't
that
you?
one.
was really good. And
Just
also,
pondering about life.
the difference between the two of you, like you make the content and it's chaotic and
Yeah.
hectic. Very relaxed guy.
That's what
A
everyone
consumer
says.
of the content.
What have I done? I'm just existing.
Very relaxed.
I'm like Blue Smarties before they were banned. That's me.
Were they banned?
They got banned because the E numbers had to be taken out, didn't they? Kesmotion looked that up. Smarties, blue ones, and then I think they got reintroduced without minus the E numbers. What is wrong with like Nanny State Britain ruining everything? It's like Cocoa Pops don't taste as good as they used to because they get rid of all the additives.
Poisoning kids.
I like poison. It makes me feel funny.
Ah.
So there's no blue Smarties at all. Broken Britain.
You're just going to have to make white Smarties and colour them in yourself.
It was like with you know, Uncle Ben Rice, they rebranded it last week or something.
Did they?
Yeah. Now it's called Ben's Original Rice.
Ben's Original Rice.
Because apparently, I don't know why they got rid of it. Apparently it was racist or something. I can't remember.
There has been that whole thing in the States actually with I think the syrup. I think it's called like Aunt Jemima's.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
been a lot of rebranding of like, you know, particular imagery. But I don't know too much about that because, as we've established on this podcast, I just like loud noises and like
Consume content, that's it.
and hit markers. Apparently,
Consume content and Smarties.
that's what's going on in my brain. It's just a constant track of it. Do you know what actually is the mental screensaver of my mind? Rather have a bowl of Cocoa Pops. That always. Or no post on Sundays. Ha! No blasted letters today, no sir. Not one
mean?
stinking bloody letter. Not one.
Right, she'll tire herself out.
All right.
I'm already tired out. I'm sorry. I'm just being too much already. That's what's always going on in my head. Instead of a monkey crashing cymbals, it's just what's his name? Vernon Dursley. Dry up, Dursley, you great prune. I think I know every single word to that first Harry Potter film. Read another fucking book.
Those Harry Potter videos you made are dynamite. Hang on. Because I watched,
Let's talk
I watched some of
about
these, the most recent ones. I
Yeah.
saw, like, I literally just rewatched them last night.
What are you doing on your phone?
I'm
Our
getting
audience
up-
can't hear that.
I'm getting up a quote that I took from one of the videos. Someone's like put it in the comments.
Okay.
Just, I think it's Harry who's looking into the distance, and like Ron comes up and asks him like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm just admiring the barren wasteland that we call Earth, full of death, famine, and expensive replacement ear pads for Sennheiser headphones. Without any context at all, that's not funny. With the bare minimum of context of being there to watch the video, that becomes hilarious. And
You know, I can't explain why I wrote that. I think I was just mad at that particular Sennheiser thing because I actually needed replacement ear pads and I got annoyed why it was like £40 on Amazon. So the next day I put that in a video for no reason.
that, like, those videos are
Yeah.
so good. I watched that one and like the bleakness of the Homer Simpson's final journey. That one's pretty good. But yeah, like the Harry Potter stuff, because I got pretty tired of the oversaturation of the market with like Harry Potter and people just like millennials getting really irate and worked up about it. And it's like, just leave it. It was a children's story. Just let it go now, maybe.
Yeah. I think
Read
the
another
theme
book.
is very bleak. That's the theme. Every video I turn bleak.
Yeah, except for Voldemort's amazing dancing.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's incredible.
I swear that's like a lot of our private conversations where it's just like, oh, this sucks. Yeah, life sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, life sucks. It's just like commiserating constantly.
Put
Just
it in
like,
the video,
life
like-
is bleak.
Yeah.
Anyway, how are you doing?
But how long did those Harry Potter ones take to make?
They actually took 2 months.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No, I don't know anything about this. I don't know how
Because,
computers work.
I actually used GTA to make that. It wasn't that I made it. It was like GTA. So I filmed it all. Then the most of the work was like compositing all this stuff in it that you probably won't even realize was in there. Because I don't know.
I certainly won't. No.
Yeah, so that took a while, and then I think some of the text to speech took forever to make because they pronounced stuff wrong in the British accent.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to like find ways to go around it by typing it wrong so it sounded right.
Did you type it phonetically?
Yeah,
Just to-
phonetically.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I couldn't be bothered to do anything for like a week the last time. So I left it for a bit, then that's it. Uploaded.
I really like your Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Because it's just like Big Bong Theory.
Bong.
It's just like penny,
Penny.
bazinga. Because like
Actual-
there's so many actual like text image memes of
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory, and it just gets like more and more sort of pixelated. And it's like penny, and there's just like shoulders, face like stretched.
What?
I'm pulling my
Penny?
hands like I'm for the audio listeners, like I'm opening curtains, like it's like his face is stretched. Like you know that episode of Simpsons where Marge has that she's like she's on that t-shirt and then it's like all stretched.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that one.
Yeah, that's like Sheldon's face, and it's like Baspingo. And then it just like each one just get like devolves more and more
Just
until like, they're
words.
just saying like a completely different word. Like one
Yeah.
of them was like penny, Zimbabwe. Like, and it's like, wow,
Last
this is.
track. That,
Me and my best mate were like, this is peak content. This is so good.
what am I going to say? I mean, that how many did I make? 4? 3 or 4, I can't remember.
Quite a few.
Yeah. Initially, I just didn't care at all. Like, I think I didn't like the show because it wasn't funny for me. So I tried to channel my rage into making a crappy video like that. And then eventually, the next few videos was just like, I really didn't care. I just wanted to just make something that literally took a day to make. And I think I had one more that I didn't finish because I didn't like it. But yeah, the last one was just like Leonard driving off a cliff in a car. And that was it. And that ended.
Yeah, so I think one of your Big Bang Theory ones had like, they did a joke in quotations. They did a joke on the show, and then like you had the credits roll really quickly.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, winner of like 10 Emmy Awards or like a Golden Globe
Yeah.
or whatever they fucking won.
Yeah.
It's baffling. If you take the laugh track out of Big Bang Theory, I don't think you'd know where the jokes actually are.
Has Jim
No.
Parsons is Jim Parsons, isn't he? Plays Sheldon.
Sheldon, yeah.
Yeah. Has he wrecked his career with that by like just walking himself into like painting himself into a corner?
I mean, what else has he done? I don't
He was
know.
briefly in the film Hidden Figures. I recognised him in that, which was about
Don't know.
sort of, like the black women who were involved with helping like NASA like put rockets up. or
Oh,
whatever. And
yeah,
it was,
I think
like,
I saw that.
Kevin
scene.
Costner was in it, and
Yeah.
Jim Parsons played
Yeah.
essentially a bigot, and he was all right at that. But again, he's like scientist man,
Yeah.
so I don't know if he's just too recognisable as one
don't
guy
know.
now.
Haha, science man funny.
Yeah, nearly did a Daniel Radcliff, of just like being.
Isn't that a thing?
little
Like,
weeb.
say, like Scarlett Johansson is always Black Widow, and you know Daniel Radcliffe is always Harry Potter when you see him.
Typecasted.
Yeah.
Sort of like pigeonholed into you
just
become
can't-
that role.
Yeah, you just
Oh, I
can't
don't
see him
that
in
with
anything else.
Scarlett Johansson. Maybe because I saw a few of her movies before.
Yeah, I mean, I
Avengers
don't even know.
Lost in Translation.
Yeah.
I like that film. I don't care what people have a real problem with that movie.
Oh,
Not
I
seen
liked it too.
Yeah,
I like Bill Murray. He's all right.
it's fine.
it. He's right.
Yeah. Apparently he goes up to people. Like, apparently Bill Murray just goes up to people and he'll like put his hands over their eyes, Pan's Labyrinth. And then if they turn around, he'll be like, no one will ever believe you, and he'll run away.
Why?
Because no one will
Because
ever
he
believe
can.
them. Because he can.
Yes, he can.
And once he got drunk at a hotel and like stole a golf buggy and was like drunk driving this golf buggy around. Don't drink drive, it's not funny. Even if it is golf buggies. And then once apparently in Europe he had like a Lost in Translation moment where he just turned up to like some random person's party and started washing their dishes.
Yeah, I was going to say like he literally attended this party,
What?
but he
I would actually do that.
he found out it wasn't really for him. realised their kitchen was filthy, probably because of the party. And yeah, just like did all their dishes. And I don't know, did he just like leave after that, or did he?
I think he had a few drinks with them.
Hang around in a cupboard.
I think once like the Wu-Tang Clan were like performing somewhere, and he's a fan, so he was there, and then he went behind the bar and started giving everyone free shots.
He just turns up to places then and just
because he's Bill Murray.
He can do what he wants.
He can do what he wants.
Yeah.
He is the ultimate like idol in that sense of do what I want. It's one of my catchphrases apparently. Apparently it's something I say a lot. I do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good though.
It's also a character flaw.
It's not. Why? What's the flaw? Tell me. Right now.
Solipsism.
See? You wimp. Look at that. You've backed down so quickly.
Just
Christ. That was like a whirlwind.
I'm running on 2 hours sleep right now.
What was the marker before that? 3 hours? Before it keeps going down.
Who? What?
I don't know.
Huh? Me? What? What are you saying?
You've been ranting for a while now.
I don't know what's going on. Why is this place pink? What's going on?
I'm gonna calm it right down, because I did watch the ambient music video you watched.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Thank you.
Just everything, like the camera setup you had. There's this.
Yeah.
You got to go watch it. It's really relaxing. Like it's which coast were you on?
It was near Lynmouth, so like near Exmoor.
Oh, the national park.
Yeah, literally right on the coast there, Devon-ish. I don't know exactly where it was, but
on the north part of the little foot.
Yeah. So I went to Lynmouth and walked for like 10 hours that day and ended up there and just sat there in the evening. Yeah,
it's a beautiful video where it's just you sat out at basically just after sunset almost, actually.
Yeah,
it's really dark.
Right there,
just talking, taking your fans through why you like to listen to ambient music and like the joys of ambient music.
Do you know what? Like when I got there 3 days before, I didn't know what to make. Like I brought my camera and all the gear because I wanted to do something. I was so frustrated. I didn't know what to make. So the last day, on the way there, I just decided to like sit near the coast and talk about anything. So I opened my phone, went to my video idea list that I normally add ideas to, and just found this ambient music. I'm like, all right, do that. Just start talking for like an hour.
It's really good.
That was it.
You were saying like some of them you listen to like almost every night. Like especially when you were on holiday. Was it like Italy you went to?
Yeah. There was one called Igneous Flame Zephyr, which is the one. That is the one. That is the one. That is the song.
And do you use that for, I know, editing and just like calming down and whatever, but do you do it like, I've asked so many people about like their creative process.
Yeah.
It feels bizarre to ask it in this context, but like the creative protest for a
protest.
Yeah, your creative protest. What's the
protest?
There we go. Yeah. Like, do you use it to calm yourself down before you like start making videos?
Oh yeah,
about like crazy nonsense.
That's all I listen to when I'm working. Like, I'm a night owl, so I work say 10 p.m. until like 4 a.m. for some reason. I don't know why. So at night it's so silent. You just play that on speakers and you can do anything. You know, I feel like playing such loud music doesn't help when you're trying to think.
Yeah, I did the same. I got really ill because I was like nocturnal for almost 2 years.
Yeah,
and I would just write at night, and basically keeping almost the same hours. Like, you start to get about like creative around 10 p.m.
Yeah,
and depending on how manic you are, you can work through to like 8 a.m. something like that.
Probably,
but you shouldn't. And it did make me really ill. But I found when I was away, I went to a little cabin in Lapland to do some like research and study and just generally get away. But I found, you can still find this on YouTube. It's like ambient Nordic music. It used to be 5 hours long, this thing. It's mostly like Ulf Soderberg or something and Sephiroth, like two artists, because everything else got like copyright striked. But 5 hours long, and I listened to that like on repeat, like just lying on a bed, and
that's it.
Just kept having like creative ideas. It's like really like transportive, I guess.
Yeah, I can't describe the feeling. It's just you're there. And
you don't get that with other, like even classical music is difficult at times because it inserts too much emotion.
Yeah, I don't want to feel so much. Like I don't want to feel sad or too happy. I just want to feel like relaxed, calm.
It's sort of like abstract art.
Yeah,
ambient music, because you can bring whatever you want to it.
Yeah,
almost.
It's like you're sitting in a museum, just having that in the background.
Yeah,
just observing things. So,
Don't look at me. I don't think I've listened to ambient music. I mean, sometimes I'd put on.
It might calm you down.
Do you reckon? I doubt that highly.
It does.
With your noise cancelling headphones.
Yeah.
I reckon. Yeah. Stare at a wall.
Yeah.
I'm always staring at walls anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, just
4 walls in my mind.
You'll forget you're listening to it. You'll just have it in the background. You won't even know it's there at some point.
If you're doing it, I recommend it for your writing. If you do get around to doing it, which I think you will, but it's really good. Because it just lets your mind sort of tick away, but it's still like being stimulated like really mildly.
Yeah.
And depending on what you're listening to, I like ambient horror tracks. They're quite good.
I think I've listened to that actually.
It's a lot of it's like infrasound.
Really?
You know, that sort of sub level.
Oh, okay.
That like makes you uneasy. It's like it comes off.
That I can't even hear because of my hearing.
Yeah, you can't. No, you might be able to feel it though.
Yeah,
it might just like hit the substrata of your.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. So that's good if you want to write sort of some creepy stuff. Stay up till 3 a.m. Listen to ambient horror, and just like you got to like settle into it. You can't be too active.
Yeah, you need the lights off. You need to have a comfy chair, like just darkness around you.
Yeah.
I like listening to Final Fantasy piano collections when I'm doing writing or anything like that. That's my thing. Final Fantasy piano collections.
Maybe switch it up sometimes. I don't know.
No, that's so good. Final Fantasy 13, it gets a lot of flack for being. It's not a bad game. It's just a different Final Fantasy game. People didn't like that it was so linear. So then when they made Final Fantasy 13 2, it was kind of like they took the criticism of it's too linear. There's not enough side quests. And they're like, you want side quests? Every side quest in the world, and that's the entire game of like Final Fantasy 13 2. But the soundtrack to 13 is phenomenal. I mean, the soundtrack to like 15 is pretty good as well.
How many games are there?
They're working on
it's
the
like
16th.
Madden. There's a new one.
I don't even know. There's like Roman numerals. I can't remember exactly what game it is.
They're working on the 16th actually now.
Jesus. When did they start? Were they on like PlayStation? The original PlayStation?
PS1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've seen some real polygons in that game. Like the birds that are basically just 4 triangles stuck together.
No,
the classic.
The first Final Fantasies, like up until 6 or so, were kind of like 2D, like, you know, Pokemon Red graphics. We're talking like that tier. And I think it started in the early 90s because the creator of Final Fantasy, he called it Final Fantasy because he was like, I'm done with the video game industry, so I'm not getting anywhere, so I'm going to, like, this is my one last try at making a game. So he called it Final Fantasy. And how many years later, he's on Final Fantasy 16.
There you go.
Is he still attached and working on it?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that, but I think he's done the majority. But well done him. Well done him.
Are we doing it?
Yay! I think that's really nice. Like, don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Give up on your dreams and die. That's a quote from Attack on Titan.
Like
That's who should have given up on his dream. Izzy-Yama. Hajime Izzy-Yama, how dare you?
You know what? I just looked at the clock. We have time if you want to go on a rant about Attack on Titan. Have you seen it? Read it?
I haven't seen it. I don't even know what it is.
I don't think we should even broach that subject, to be honest, because
we'll do another week when we get Izzy-Yama on here.
I don't watch many things.
Izzy-Yama, I just want to sit him down and be like, why? Why did you ruin something so good?
We'll get him.
Right.
I don't think he will come on.
I mean, get him on the show. Okay. I mean, you'll get him.
Oh, no, I don't
just like get him.
Oh.
It's like, that's it. How dare you end it that way? No, not that crazy. Like
I'll show you Attack on Titan.
Apparently, not even apparently, like, this definitely happened. Like, he would have received death threats, which is like, that's just too far. Like, guys, if you're feeling that passionate that it didn't end, you know that it's a story, so it's imaginary. So basically, you can make your own headcanon and just pretend that happened. You can just do that. You don't have to send authors of publications death threats. The guy who originally wrote Neon Genesis Evangelion, he, I believe, got death threats because the last 2 episodes of like the first season are controversial in quotations, but they're actually really good because they're meant to be watched alongside the film. But they didn't do End of Evangelion, the film, until like much later on. Sorry, I really like anime. But yeah, he received like a bunch of death threats for like how the last 2 episodes ended. And it's like, will you calm down, people? What's wrong? Like, go outside, read different books.
Once you identify with something externally, and if it like goes wrong, you've gone wrong. So you must fix it.
I know. I have had to like think, why am I so mad about, not mad enough to be nasty to the actual, like, I mean, because he's just a bloke. Izzy was probably just fed up and tired. He'd been working on it for what, 11, 12 years. Probably had imagine working that long on something. I mean, 6 months for a video. Imagine 12 years working on something. Get out.
I'd be, what would I be like?
I have.
Well, you should end it really, really badly, just as a fuck you to everyone.
I have.
What do you mean you have? You've worked 12 years or something?
Yeah, my writing project is really long.
Really?
I started it at the...
Rob is a writer.
Yeah. Well...
Wow.
I mean, you write, you're a writer.
I do write. Yeah, just haven't
done it yet.
Just
12 years.
But no, I started it when I left secondary school. I was just at my friend's house once, and I had my like little notebook from school.
Yeah.
And we were up really late. It was like 1 a.m. And then we stayed up after that, and he was playing Elder Scrolls on the Xbox.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I could watch you play this, or just start working on my own thing. And I just started writing like essentially like a daydream and fan fiction and just like this hodgepodge thing.
12 years later.
And yeah, it just kept going.
Still going.
And evolving and changing, and it got, I think, better.
You think?
But yeah, it's fucking exhausting.
Well, how long is it now?
It's longer than War and Peace.
Really?
How many words?
648,000.
Wow.
Did you write it by hand and count that? Like,
yeah. No. I got someone I didn't like to count it.
Okay.
No, because I've like, that's the most recent like draft. Yeah. I've written it a few times, so it's well over 1 million words.
Wow. War and Peace 2.
War and Peace 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, it just doesn't have any themes or relatable characters, but that's fine.
Don't worry. It's only 12 years.
No, I'm just saying it's exhausting, and maybe don't ever do that to yourself.
No, I mean, unless you're like so passionate about it, which you are, of course.
Yeah, it's like a worm in the brain.
Yeah, there's not really much point if you don't enjoy it. It's like doing a job you don't like.
Oh yes,
pretty much.
I know those feelings.
Oh no, I've said something now.
Oh god. There's a you know about this. There's this writing sort of not contest but just this writing challenge that happens every November, and it's called National Novel Writing Month, NaNoWriMo, and people like the aim of it is to write 50,000 words within the month. So it's about like 1,667 words per day. I don't know why I know that number off by heart, seeing as I've never fucking completed it. Every year I'll be like, oh, it's halfway through November, yeah, I'll catch up, and then just never bother and just forget about it. But I really like going on the forums again, just to lurk, never post myself, and read like other people's progress and yada yada yada. And there's like this thread for the overachievers, and there are these people on there that aren't overachieving by like 200,000 words that month. There was this one person who did like 1 million words in a month. They like did 50,000 words in a day. Yeah.
What? Just typing anything?
Just writing. Just writing.
That can't be good content.
So it's just
because
about
if
getting
it is,
out
like
there,
we'd know about it, surely.
They probably don't check it. I mean, it's just writing.
Yeah, like
that's it.
If someone wrote like something that's really worthwhile, that's that long, we'd know about that, wouldn't we? All of us, not just people in a forum.
They might just be doing it for fun, though.
Wow,
maybe.
Like,
but someone might have encouraged them.
So. I don't know. There's a lot of like, how do you pronounce it? Aliases. When people have like a fake name.
An alias.
Aliases.
With Jennifer Garner.
I can't pronounce stuff very well. An alias. There's a lot of like aliases on that website, so maybe they release something but it's under a different name.
Maybe Stephen King.
Nice. Oh yeah, imagine that.
Oh, he got back on the cocaine and now he's...
I was just about to say about like Stephen King's creative process. So he likes listening to like heavy rock whilst he writes, which I can't, that'd be too distracting for me. And he was like mad on the gear and just all sorts, like alcohol, like everything. He wrote, and I've read Cujo. He wrote Cujo, and it's a doorstopper. It's like 600 plus pages, and he can't remember writing an entire book because he was just that blitzed off his mind.
Stephen King. Isn't
that impressive?
What?
Like you can't remember writing a fucking book.
The guy who wrote Shawshank and Green Mile, the classic. He doesn't remember anything.
Yeah, this one
doesn't remember. It doesn't remember
that attacks
Cujo.
Everyone. So.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you might write on coke. I turned Iron Maiden into ambient music.
Did you?
When I was I didn't do anything with it. I didn't like alter it in any way. I just played it at like 2% volume while I was working, making notes. But every single album in order.
Yeah.
That's like 16 hours.
Wow.
And I was just listening to it again and again, like because I did this for like couple of weeks. But I just found there was something in it, and now it's just made. Some of the lyrics are in the story, like every now, like not like verbatim, but yeah, it's in there. That's so yeah, that's fairly hard rock. I don't know what Stephen King's listening to though.
Don't look at me. I'm not Stephen King. I know everything about him, and I've read the majority of his works, but I'm not Stephen King.
The majority of his works?
Yes.
Hasn't he got like 60 novels?
Yes. Right, exactly. And hundreds of short stories. Yes, Rob. There wasn't that much to do back home when I lived in the countryside, but my mum would have, like, she had this bookcase just full of Stephen King novels and stuff about Jack the Ripper, because I kind of think that she was Jack the Ripper in a past life. She's like obsessed with him. Why am I talking about my mum? Hi, Mum. Let's move on swiftly from my mum's obsession with Jack the Ripper.
We can edit that out. We won't, but we can.
Are we live again or what? Oh, I don't know.
Yes, we are live again after that momentary disturbance. Nothing happened. That sounds way more exciting. We're never off around here. The ride never stops. What I'd like to talk about next is, so you're kind of like almost... You're sort of like a YouTube OG because you've been around for like so
OG. I'm so
long.
Yeah,
such a boomer now.
I'm growing a beard now. I started off baby skin. Now look at me,
grizzled,
like grey beard. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were around for like when it was the good time, like the golden age, and then lots of stuff happened. Demonetization crisis, like advertisers putting out left, right, and center, people freaking out. I remember at the time, Keemstar. He
the man.
Because like there weren't enough. This is a weird sentence to say. There were not enough ads to go around YouTube, so like people were seeing their money like cut more than in half because advertisers were just pulling out left, right, and center.
Yeah.
And Keemstar was like, for the time being, I'm gonna turn off the ads on my videos so that the ads can go to like smaller creators. And it's like, what a time to be alive! Like, this is bizarre.
That's so nice of him.
That is really nice, isn't it? Like,
Thank you.
It just, the context of that is just so strange. What was it like, YouTube back then compared to the demonetization? And like it's gone kind of back to normal. People make loads of money now, but.
You know what? I don't want to say the exact amount, but like back in 2014, it was like comfortable to live off, honestly, for like a month's work, if I call it that. And then the demonetization thing in like 2019, was it? I don't know the exact time. It must have been that time. That was when I was actually doing like original work. So I was like, it's actually my work. And YouTube said, you're stealing content, so we're going to demonetize the entire channel. And I was like, all right, cheers, thanks, quit. That's it.
You got your entire channel demonetized? Yeah. Really?
It was the Up video. They thought I stole that or something. You know?
I didn't know about that. Because YouTube...
Oh, did you just like quit for a while and...
Well, no, like a week later, some guy helped me and it was like, it's all good.
Okay.
YouTube started to have like this really, like this knee-jerk response to a lot of things because like when they got in so much trouble with all the advertisers pulling out the first time round, they then just like went really overboard. Because I remember, because I think that did happen around like 2015 or 2016. And I remember Jenna Marbles of all people, just being like, thanks for demonetizing my entire channel, YouTube. And it's like Jenna Marbles, who makes like shaves soap and sticks like diamonds to her face. Jenna Marbles getting her.
I mean,
I miss you, Jenna. Hope you're all right.
Yeah, I miss her.
Hope she's all right.
A few of her videos.
Hope she's happier, like off the internet. I think,
with her weird dog.
Don't be so nasty.
I can't remember his name. What was his name? Was it Kirby? Kirby?
Kermit.
Dog.
Kermit. Yeah.
Kermit, the Italian greyhound.
I love that guy.
And Peaches. They're still on. Julie and her fiance puts videos. And they have like a big greyhound called Bunny.
I don't know watch anymore. I'm all about MLG now.
I don't even know anything, so I can't comment on this.
I know lots of mundane details about people's lives. It just like all just like worms its way in and just stays.
But like you mentioned channels, I'm like, I don't know at all. Anything.
Rob's always mentioning YouTubers. I've got no idea, and it's basically my job to know.
We inhabit very different sides of the internet.
I'll just nod and go, yeah.
I'm going to cut this bit out because I don't want like the Coke to...
This podcast was brought to you by the cool, fresh flavour. You've got to get some of
like
that in
ASMR.
The edit. Yeah. And just like...
Brand sponsor.
You just put a huge Illuminati symbol over them.
I used to love that. Stop being funny because I can't keep this stuff in because it's just me like dribbling Coke down my chin. Maybe I will keep it in. We'll see how it looks in the edit.
God, no.
No, that's kind of how it goes on my channel. I just don't care.
Yeah, you know,
It's
remember I
abundantly clear.
started off editing for you for the first few videos. Do you remember?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? What? I worked all day on them.
I don't remember.
You
There's
asked me like all day to do work for you.
there's
for
like
free.
there's some periods of my life that are
All
kind
right.
of blank
I'll
from
fill it in.
drugs.
Say.
I'll fill it in then. So you messaged me saying, hey, I want to start making videos. I was like, cool. And you said, can you edit them for me? I was like, yeah, sure. And then I did.
Oh nice.
And I edited like 5 of them. I still have them on my PC. And
Get rid of that. They might be incriminating.
I spent, I think, like entire days doing it. And then you're like, cheers.
And that was it. I'm
That was
so
it.
sorry.
That's fine.
Well, it's not Cujo, but
no, it was fun.
videos that you don't remember.
It was fun. But then you sort of blew up. So that's
Stephen
cool.
King of YouTube. I
Don't remember that.
There's a lot of things that I don't remember because like there's some like blank spaces.
No way.
In my just because of like just because of the drug use. Actually, what's funny is maybe not the right word to use here. The first year of college, I don't really remember because I was just stoned every single day. I had to restart.
Retake it.
Yeah.
That's not good.
College or
weren't
your just
happy with
entire
that.
life? The restart.
Refresh.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it wasn't exactly editing. I was just cutting it together and adding like zooming into your face.
and now I know how to do that.
Yeah.
So it's all right. I
And,
learned the best.
Yeah, it was really fun actually. Like one of them, you made a sound. I just distorted it a little bit. You're like, ah. That was it.
Well, if you
Very
want,
streamlined. In
if you
comparison.
want an editing job, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate editing. Do you want to edit my main channel videos? I hate it. It does my nutting. Mine is like
for it.
quite simple, my editing now, because I don't
Yeah.
really bother with memes or anything. It's just a lot of like, because I do a lot of videos where I talk about articles or like, you know, like
images
portions
and-
of text.
yeah,
So it's a lot of screenshotting. So my laptop screen is just like, have you seen it? My laptop background, it's disgusting. It's cluttered.
Yeah, it's
Just
atrocious.
screenshots. Like it's ridiculous.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like several gigabytes of screenshots.
Well,
It's like someone tipped a bin over.
recycling bin,
Internet-
just
yeah.
paper everywhere.
That's why I've learned to like structure every project into like folders and subfolders and all that.
I just delete them all after a while.
Do you?
Really? Because
I
there's some old
keep
stuff on there.
everything.
Yeah, well, I have to go through like weekly, but that's because you know if I'm doing like a clown world, then you'll get like 50 to 100 screenshots from just like screenshotting the text.
But do you mean like you delete all your files after you finish the video?
I delete the video files. Yeah, I don't
Really?
keep them. So like, there's a
Oh,
lot.
why
Like,
do I do that?
there's some video files I do have backed up, but I just cannot be bothered to like back them up on Google Drive. So if YouTube like nukes my channel tomorrow,
Wow.
I've got nothing to show for it.
I'm literally like a movie shooter. I just archive everything all sorted out, like all the terabytes of files. For whatever reason, I'm not even going to use them ever again. I just want to keep them like nice and clean.
I get quite funny about
why.
that kind of stuff though. Like as soon as I'm done with a video, it's done.
Yeah.
And it doesn't exist to me anymore. Like I don't care about it. Like I like to have a really high,
Fresh.
fast turnover
Yeah,
of
yeah.
my content.
But
Like
not even like the finished video file you keep, just in case. No.
That's all right. There's someone
So-
out there who's archiving everything you've ever done.
don't
yeah.
say that. That's so creepy. That's so weird.
Yeah,
That
sleep
freaks
well.
me out, that idea. It's horrible. Stop it. I'm really not interested enough for someone to do that.
I did that last week to my friend, and it helped him out. So I just saved his videos because it was like just in case.
Oh my god, it could be him.
No one needs to save my videos. Here's my videos. 200 videos of, oh, Shane Dawson did a thing. Laugh at
Funny.
him. Like, it's just, oh, God. No one needs to save that. I don't even need to save that.
I'm so glad I delete them from my brain afterwards.
Imagine that, just forgetting.
So where do you have any idea for like the future of your channel? Is that something that you think about? Or is it just
What is the
passion
future?
projects? Yeah.
What's the future of my life? I don't know.
Right, same. I ain't got a 5-year
I
plan.
don't even know. I mean, I'm planning to do a master's next year in
Ooh.
that field. So I probably won't even do anything for a year. But I wanted to try and improve my skills because I keep getting annoyed that I see like really, really good looking animations and mine are not that level yet. I just don't know how to do things. So that's it. I'm going to improve it. But yeah, probably next year I'll just disappear for a bit. That's it.
Imagine this is like the last known appearance of the artist
No.
formerly known as Blazinskrubs.
No, you'll come back and it'll be MLG, but like really, really political, getting into the social milieu.
Should I do that? Just do a one-off MLG again?
Please.
Yeah.
No, like, I think MLG should be brought back. I don't know what everyone's playing at. Why they all do commentary? Like, why am I doing commentary? I should learn how to do MLG.
Yeah, do MLG as well. I mean, commentary is lovely, but you can only say a few, what am I saying? I can't talk. You can only say, I don't know what I'm saying. Never mind.
You can only say so much.
Yeah, that's what I want to say, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's opinion's usually the same.
MLG is infinite. You can just do anything. Like, hit marker there, or there, or there, or there.
But you really can, because if an image is 1,000 words, 1,000 images at once
is another video. Okay, I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to do MLG.
Everyone responded really well to the ambient music video. And like, because I was reading the comments, because I always go through the comments with people I know who do YouTube, because a lot of creators don't actually like to, they don't like to engage like past a certain point.
Yeah,
interaction. First few and whatever. And
yeah.
But for someone who's completely unattached to it, it's fine. No, but people were saying like they loved that video, like the camera work, like the whole.
I'm really surprised.
Yeah. So would you just like potentially delve into doing something completely different?
Honestly, I've actually got plans next month to do more of that because one, it's quicker to do, and two, I've not really done it before, so it's good to like switch it up. Obviously, I know it doesn't get as many views. It's probably got like 10% of what I normally get, but at this point, I don't really care what I make anymore. I just want to do what I enjoy, so that's going to be the plan, to do that.
More of
like
random
actual
filming,
like physical camera, random filming, whatever the hell.
You need to check that video out because it's just really nice.
Is it relaxing?
It's one so shot. Relaxing.
It's one shot of me there on
with a couple of edits of you trying to film some goats.
Yeah,
on the
they were actually so annoying. They were just like right there on the cliff, just
every time they were like yelling. You'd comment on it. It's like, I don't know if you can hear these goats. It's like everyone can hear these goats.
I just end up not talking for like 10 seconds, just staring at them, going, goats.
Men who stare at goats.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch that movie. I'm pretty sure that's better than I gave it credit for the first time I saw it.
I haven't watched it, but I do have the book by John Ronson.
Did you read it?
I read some of it, and then I was reading another one. I was reading his "So You've Been Publicly Shamed" book about, public shaming on social media. And then I got bored of that. I didn't get bored. No, that's rude. I'm sorry, John Ronson. Please come on this podcast. That's really rude. No, my attention span is just bad. I need like 1.5 minute long videos of loud noises. That's enough engagement for me.
Or an entire anime series in one night. Steins Gate. So you said anime, not really your thing.
Never watched a single one.
Not a single.
Not a single one.
No.
I feel like at least you need to see Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I know of them, I've just not seen them.
So what's your deal then? What are you watching?
What am I watching?
Because
I want to
know how you end up like making the videos you do. What do you consume in order to make those?
I watch very bleak TV dramas.
Well, like Chernobyl.
Yeah.
I really liked that. Yeah. Really well done.
That is not the content you can make.
And I thought, when they announced that, I thought that would be terrible for some reason, but then it turned out to be like the greatest TV show, apparently. So, yeah, watch that.
Can't believe you don't watch anime. There's a great anime you should check out on Netflix called Beast Stars. He's not even listening. You remember Beast Stars? I put that on. It's like anthropomorphic animals at a high school, and there's carnivores and herbivores. Cosmosin just being like, oh
he
no.
suddenly remembered.
Look, just because a wolf tried to have sex with a bunny rabbit. See, here's the thing about this show. I can see that the furries would fucking love it. I just think animals are adorable. So I'm like, oh, this is so cute. And then the wolf is trying to have sex with a rabbit. It doesn't happen. They don't do it. And then I was like, oh, okay. Season 2 of it just came out and I watched it all in one day. That was a way to spend a day.
Yeah, well.
Whilst miserable.
To break away from all the K-drama and whatever you watch on Netflix.
Yeah, I love my C-dramas, J-dramas, K-dramas. And there's this Chinese drama called... I love dramas. I love dramas so much.
Well, KJ and C, Korea, Japan, and China.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All of their dramas. And there's one show, I think you said, that all 3 of them, they made a version of it.
Boys Over Flowers, Meteor Garden. Yeah, that one. In fact, I think there's even a Taiwanese version of that show. It's just this really famous story in like the entertainment pop culture section of Eastern entertainment, I guess, because they did this. I don't know if they've done 2 Japanese remakes, which they've definitely done like 1, because I watched like most of that, and then they did like a Chinese remake, and I got halfway through watching that thinking, have I seen this before? This is very familiar. Oh, right, okay, this is a show that keeps getting remade for some reason. It's actually very enjoyable.
Because I got introduced to these the other night.
Oh, and?
Because you were watching it in Japanese with Japanese subtitles so that you could immerse yourself. So for me...
No, I was watching Good Morning Call, which isn't Meet Your Garden.
So it wasn't in English subtitles?
No. I was just there watching...
Just something.
Yeah, and I was just trying to like glean the context in between.
I was translating it for you.
Yeah,
on the fly
bits, but then you left the room for a while, and I was just left alone. And I was like, "Oh no, what's happening now?" And then I was trying to pick it up. Then I tried to explain to you what had happened. That probably didn't happen in this show.
Yeah, you thought something like really bad had happened, and I was like, "No, it's not that kind of show. It's really not. Like it's."
Yeah, apparently it's more wholesome than what I thought was going on.
It's light-hearted.
Okay.
I think it's in the first episode or something. You know, the girl, she almost gets followed and attacked, and then Uehara like rescues her or something. Yeah, I was watching with the Japanese subtitles, and I changed like my phone because I heard that, you know, if you're more immersed in a language, it's much easier to pick it up. And I've been learning Japanese for ages anyway, so I decided to change my phone settings entirely to Japanese, and I kept getting warnings on my phone, and I was like, doesn't look good. It'll be all right.
Oh well, I can't understand it.
What? You know I did that. I was complaining to you. I was
it's like Google alerts.
I was getting Google alerts, and I was like,
I don't know what that is.
I was like, that's the kanji for warning.
And this one's the one for
okay.
Bank robbery.
Yeah, I was good at doing the translating for you. How dare you?
See, this is... If you're sat here listening to 2 people talk about a show in a totally different language, you're completely lost. This is how I felt coming to MLG videos.
Yeah, you just sort
like
of
it's a foreign,
sit in the middle,
totally
just going,
foreign thing. And it's like,
don't know.
Okay.
Well, you don't have a frame of reference for anything because you don't understand the memes. You don't understand... Yeah.
Like I just didn't get anything. And then just
it's
like trying to watch a show where I don't
mess.
understand like the Japanese high school culture and all the rest of it. But
well, that's the thing. There's nothing to really get with MLG. It's just there, you know.
Well,
it's like
Cats. You know, the musical. Cats.
Oh, that one.
I've seen it.
Okay, so like Andrew Lloyd Webber, apparently, he's a bit like me, and he's just like a bit of a creep when it comes to cats. He's just like, I really like him.
Love cats.
He wrote the musical, and some of the guys he was collaborating with were like, yeah, no, it's good. But what does it mean? What are you trying to say? And he's like, I'll stop you there. It's about cats. Don't overthink it. So that's MLG, is it? Just
yeah. I don't even know why it's called MLG. Like,
it's just
you know what I mean. It's called Major League Gaming, but it's got nothing to do with that. It's just like Lazy Town or some famous film overlaid with like just anything. I don't understand why.
I love the one with Frasier.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing though. That I did different styles, so it was like more structured. It wasn't just random. It was like Battlefield memes or COD memes, but like with a story in the video.
Even I managed to pick up on a bit of that.
Yeah, just was it like the rare wine one?
Yeah,
just insane. Yeah. I don't even understand what I did at this point. It's just.
What's your favorite one like that you've done?
Favorite MLG one?
Yeah.
Probably the Frasier one actually, or the Friends one actually. The Friends episode 3, which is the one with the Chinese intro.
I think I vaguely recall.
Remember that one?
Vaguely, yeah.
And now everyone's using that like what's that YouTuber called? I don't remember his name. It's a Canadian guy. He used it and now everyone's using it, and I think Rice Gum used it or something. Everyone's just like,
really, Rice Gum?
Well, it was in one of his, I don't even know, it's like in the meme or one of his videos. Just the intro music. Because I got this Chinese music from a random video, distorted it, overlaid it with Chinese text-to-speech, and then that became a meme, apparently. And suddenly the video has 1 million views for no reason, even though the video is terrible. I don't know why.
What does that do to you?
Good for you.
What does that do to your perception of the world? Because you were talking about, like,
it could mean anything.
You know, like imposter syndrome and burnout and like not quite knowing
Oh, we can touch on those.
Yeah, let's talk about
when you've made a video
that is about being miserable.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
We've hit the mark. We're about an hour in.
Talk about life. Come on.
We're about to go downhill.
Let's do it.
Yeah, imposter syndrome, burnout. Where do you want to start?
Start with imposter syndrome.
Yeah, these are very dear subjects to my heart.
We'll bring them up every
Nothing I do is good enough.
It's like a psychiatry session now. I'm on the sofa.
Got the sofa.
Do you want me to get on the chair? You can have the entire sofa.
Yeah, lie down.
Let's not be a cliche, but imposter syndrome or burnout, which one? They're both quite different, I find.
You can do imposter. I mean,
imposter syndrome. Do you feel imposter syndrome over your work?
I mean, what would you describe it as? Because like I don't know. I feel it's like you don't deserve the success or something. Is that
like
what you mean?
it's baffling to
and
you
you'll be found out.
Yeah,
people are lauding you as like doing something really good.
Yeah,
but actually, like you internally feel like this is nothing.
You know,
and people
you know
will
yourself.
discover this.
You've been yourself, and like for me, that's a massive issue for me because it's like. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind comments saying that I'm funny because I am fucking hilarious. Like, and I've always been funny, so that's fine. But, you know, if I get, like I bring this up occasionally, you know, because one time I did see that someone said, oh, you're unproblematic. And I had to actually comment and be like, no, that's not true. Like, I've lived my life. I've made so many mistakes. I've learned from them, but also, like, I've been a fucking idiot. I've been naive. I've been, like, malicious at times, etc., etc. That's kind of what I mean by like imposter syndrome. But in like your context, maybe it'd be more like, why is this getting millions of views?
Yeah, I mean, initially I make them not for any money, not for any fame.
Labor of love.
Just for the art.
Just it
is an art form.
It's literally just like, I love just making weird stuff. So I upload it. And then, you know, some videos don't get any views. I'm like, that's fine. Don't worry. And then some get an insane amount, and I'm just like, why? Yeah,
like what's the difference? Why is this one gotten so many?
And maybe it's just the YouTube algorithm doing its thing, but
I feel like people have probably driven themselves mad.
Yeah,
trying to work that out and like chase that dragon. And
then you get so many people just like, which is obviously very nice. Like people just keep saying, like, "Oh, we love your videos," like all this, you know, we love the style. And I'm like, I know, but I'm just some random guy doing just a video. Like I don't get it why it's so popular.
Because they're so funny.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
They're great. I think they're fantastic.
So, you know, thank you, but I don't know what to say.
But it's kind of, because it's a bit strange to be on the receiving end of loads of compliments, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah,
Being English,
I guess I like to work behind the scenes, so I don't want to be in the spotlight really that much. So when you get so many people saying that, you don't know what to say really. You just sort of go, oh, yeah, well, thank you. But I literally sat in my room in the dark editing it last night. That was it.
Yeah, it was 2 a.m. and I was bored.
Yeah,
so I just did this thing.
That's actually what I normally do. I just edit at night. So it's not like I'm documenting my progress online. Maybe I'll post an image on Twitter, but that's it. I'm not like, guys, look, I've got this new video out next week and all that. It's just upload it.
What about burnout? Do you experience burnout?
Yeah. I think the first time I've experienced it was this month.
Really?
Yeah.
The first time?
The first time.
Lucky. What have you been doing up until now?
I don't know. Something happened. My perception of like life has changed.
Oh yeah? In what way?
Because you've aged.
Because I've aged.
So old.
I'm so incredibly old.
Don't be so nasty, you boomer. Go on, ignore
like
him.
4 years old.
He's like the crotchety old man in the corner.
That's why I was here.
I don't know, like...
It's brought on.
I would spend, obviously, so long making videos. You know? When did I start making a long one? I think 2018, I started doing like 2 months on a video, then 3 months, then 4 months. And then the biggest one was 6 months, not counting the thing I did for uni. And now I'm like, I can't even do an hour a day of editing without feeling horrible. I just want to go out for a walk or something.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can ever do that again. And I want to just try and move on with my life. Like not quit, but like just do other things as well. Instead of just sitting there editing all day when you don't even know the outcome at the end. So for me, that's it. But I don't know, in your case, it's like different in a way.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. And I'm also wondering like how much I should divulge about like the burnout subject.
I mean, I'm completely open. I'll just tell it how it is, really.
When do I get burnt out? Well, I mean, I do get burnt out all the time, but my energy levels like vastly fluctuate because I have really big mood swings. So that is a factor. I think when I'm feeling a lot of imposter syndrome, I then also get burnt out at the same time. And I get a lot of imposter syndrome with like, let's be realistic. The content I do, the drama content, is always going to get the most views because people love gossiping. I like drama too. I like gossiping. I used to read like celebrity magazines. Like I find it fun to, like it is funny to like, you know, harmlessly poke a little bit of fun at entitled millionaires. It's just a bit of a laugh really. And I don't take it very seriously because there are some commentary channels who do take it very seriously and like to think that they're holding people accountable. I don't think any such thing. I really don't think Shane Dawson's sitting there being like, oh, that ALIZEE YEEZY making another video on me. I'm not anyone to hold anyone else accountable because I'm a very flawed individual. It's not about that. I'm just coming at it from like an entertainment standpoint and more like comedy standpoint, because I think that a lot of stand-up comedy and a lot of comedy in general is predicated on the basis of making fun of other people and like observational humor. I really like that kind of thing, right? But I get imposter syndrome where it's like, are people watching for me or are they watching because I put a name in capitals in the title? And what does this say about my self-worth as an individual? And then I feel burnt out from that.
And then you don't want to do anything for a while because you're like, no point, but...
Yeah, because then you feel like a little bit pigeonholed. And then sometimes I go through these phases where I'm like, well, you know, I'm just going to change up my content. And then I try and do that. And usually it just fails miserably. Like the other day, I tried to do this video where I was following, what's her name? Yolanda Hadid, Bella and Gigi Hadid's mum. Like her diet for a day. I filmed that. And then, of course, this always happens when I try and do anything else. The audio, the microphone on like over half the clips just didn't work. And I didn't notice until like post. And then I was like, I don't want to eat like her again like tomorrow. So I'm going to have to wait like another week. Her food, it was all right really. But whenever I try and like branch out and do things that are like vastly different from what I'm doing, it always fucks up. Camera like stops working or the microphone stops working or I don't know. I don't like the way that I'm looking that day.
Good t-shirt today though.
Casper.
Oh, wow.
Nice, isn't it? I'll probably hate this whilst... Yeah, because like in my line of work, in my genre of YouTube, in my genre, because you're behind, like, you know, behind the camera editing, basically, like the production stuff, and I'm in front of the camera. So I found that like this is going to get way too. I've not had enough sleep, so I'm getting a bit too sensitive and personal. But like my body dysmorphia has gotten like out of control.
Has it?
In the last year? Yeah. I mean, I've always had it. You know, like since the age of 12, when I realised that my nose was just too. My face hadn't even stopped growing, and I was like, you know what, that nose is way too big. And then I stopped being able to see myself properly, and then it was fine. I moved to London, and it was fine for several years. I think because I was just drunk. So I didn't really have time to think about it. But now, like...
Don't have a mirror, that's what I do. Yeah.
Editing and how to, like, look at yourself editing and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the thing. Like, I can't
just
go in front of a camera. I have to be, like, obscured in shadows. Like, why? I don't know. But I get, you've done so many videos, you know, at this point, like, don't you just sort of not care anymore about that?
The bullying in my head has gotten actually worse. So, like, but I know how to power on and ignore it. Like, the other day... What video did I do? The recent Clown World I did about the ice cream. That was this bit where in the beginning I was kind of like leaning forward like this. And I sort of like paused it and I took a screenshot and I sent it to my best mate. And I was like, I shouldn't even be allowed to go outside. Look how there's not one nice thing about my face. I'm so disgusting. And he just like left me to it because he was like, she'll probably be all right in about 10 minutes. And it's not that I was all right, but I knew how to turn that dial down to then just power on and finish editing the video and just be like, look, just don't make that pose next time. Just stay really still so your double chin doesn't show. Why is this getting so personal?
Well, I just don't
embarrassing.
I don't overthink it. Like, I have the same sort of thoughts, you know, just pause it somewhere. Oh God, I look so horrible. And then at the end, I just don't care at this point. You overthink so much. It's like you eventually won't even upload a video at this point if you think that.
Oh, that's
I'm not
happened.
looking forward to episode 3 coming out.
Why?
Of?
Oh, because your hair was down.
I was with Kes Motion. You were doing something else, and he showed me like a screenshot of it, and I was like, oh no.
Because your hair was down.
Sweat goblin. But We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's nothing I can do about it now. I've just got to...
That's literally just sweat. That's not your entire face being wrong. I look like a Picasso painting. I mean, I don't, but like, do you know, that's how I feel.
No, you don't.
I've just come from the rain. Like, my hair's all wet.
Yeah.
My shirt's...
It's just bizarre. Like,
horrible.
if you're not used to being on camera... Actually, no, you are used to being on camera, but it's a weird experience to see yourself back played that way. Like, I'm still not used to it. But
no.
I'm not going to be able to stop this podcast going out. Nothing can. Nothing will stop.
Destroy the tapes. I'm going to destroy the camera.
What will stop this podcast going out is me like not being bothered to do the editing.
Don't edit that bit out.
I've learned or taught myself to not move my forehead as much now from content, because in the past year I just decided that I really need Botox and I still haven't got it because I'm a pussy. Yeah, like lip filler. Oh, that's absolutely fine. Like, but I wouldn't get filler anywhere else. I've got lip filler. I wouldn't get filler anywhere else though, because like you can get it like under eyes, but then you could go blind. And Botox is a toxin, like being put to paralyze the muscle. So
I'll just buy you a really good adhesive tape, and you can just behind the hairline.
No, you laugh, but that's a thing. That's a procedure. You can get like taped, and then it gives like a fox eye effect. That's a thing that some supermodels get. And like, but the tape, like, it's with threads and stuff, and it can like snap. It can cause issues. That's a thing.
I'm saying just tape. This is my surgery.
Scotch tape like over your head. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like masking tape or something.
What are you on about this?
Yeah, no, I just went vastly off topic. We're just going to talk about my issues now.
Yeah, we went way off. No, you asked.
Oh yeah, sorry, I did
about you asked about imposter syndrome and burnout and things like. And then we ended up.
Any other
turned into a therapy session?
Yeah.
With ALIZEE YEEZY. It's difficult.
Body dysmorphia, general self-loathing.
Like the act of...
Got any gambling debt you want to disclose?
I saw a gambling advert on the way here actually.
Oh yeah, what was it
quite
for?
Powerful. There was
to make you want to gamble.
Well, no, there was like a mother and daughter in bed, and she was reading her a bedtime story, and the bed was so long, and on the end of it, the dad was on his phone. It was like, "Are you really there, or are you not there?"
Wow, that's so deep. Says a lot about society.
Yeah.
Jeremy Kyle, he was a big gambler.
Was he?
At the bookies for the dog racing or something.
What, made 50p?
Dog racing, Jesus.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Fox
He
racing.
kept getting, he got in trouble, or like, I don't know, lost a house, or I don't know. I don't know what he's up to.
Special guest Jeremy Kyle.
What's Jeremy? Yeah, should we invite Jeremy Kyle on? What's he up to these days? What's he do?
I can't answer that in any kind of diplomatic way.
Can you just Google Jeremy Kyle, click news, see what he's doing?
He got cancelled. I was going to say something way worse.
Oh, I don't know. Jeremy Kyle, proper rumble.
Jeremy Kyle, such a good video. You have to look it up. My favourite MLG videos, I mean, like that Lazy Town death match, because like there's the jousting at the end.
Tell you what, for this one, you're going to do you'll do some work on post for this one. We're going to put up our favourite videos of yours in the links in the description, I think, so we can send them directly to you.
Pardon?
He's become a dad of 5.
Dad of 5. Jeremy Kyle's been busy.
At least.
Whoa.
What else is he doing?
Is that it? Is that it? Like 5 kids isn't a lot.
Where are your kids, Alizee?
He's got a new show called The Kyle Files.
No. He's
What?
got people that can't hear Kes Motion, he's got a new show called The Kyle Files. Jeremy Kyle. What? What's it about? We should get him on the podcast.
Is it like predator hunting sort of thing?
Yeah.
Is it?
It looks like it's...
Like, what's his name? Chris Hansen.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Who now, like, no one on the internet likes, because I can't even keep up with what happened in that situation.
He's doing a radio show as well.
He might be.
This is all from The Sun, so take it with a grain of salt.
He might be doing a radio show as well. Yeah, he's going to come on here. Come on the big ALIZEE YEEZY show.
So, proving you can do whatever you want and then get rewarded later. So try not to worry too much about making missteps.
I'm always worrying about everything. Hyperfixating.
Just be like Jeremy Kyle. Get a new radio show.
Gamble all my money and then get a new radio show. Is that what you're saying? I'll do it right now. Don't test me. I'll gamble right now.
I'm not even pushing you for this, but you seem to want it.
This is what you want. This is what you want me to do, huh?
Yeah, again, she's not seeing me at this point. She's seeing herself.
It's a mirror, isn't it? Hello.
I've only done like gambling in real life once or twice, and then I think I just got drunk. And actually, I'm really good.
On?
I can't remember.
Dogfight?
I don't. No, obviously not. I'm a vegan. I'm really good at Fallout New Vegas, gambling in that. Blackjack. I can win all the coins, not the coins, sorry, the bottle caps in the game, because you just turn your luck in the beginning up to 9. Then you can win all the...
That's hacking.
Yep. You can win all the games.
Is it hacking if you're just allowed to do it?
Maybe
You
not.
turn the charisma stat down to like 1 because it's like a dump stat. You don't really need it, and then you can put the rest of your your points in intelligence, luck if you want to get all the bottle caps.
That's how you do it.
And there's an add-on where you can you're not meant to take all these gold bars because the point of like this DLC is you have to like let go. So there's loads of gold bars and they're worth like, I don't know, 400,000 bottle caps. But if you have skills like I do, pro gamer ALIZEE YEEZY, videos coming soon, you can
Gamer channel, come on.
I would love to do gaming content.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
I do, but it's terrible. It's like low effort, low webcam quality.
Really? What do you do?
It's so sad. All right, every night at like 2 a.m, I stream playing Battlefield for like an hour in the dark.
So do you have the webcam on? Do people like see you, or is it just dark?
Yeah, but the webcam's so grainy and pixelated that you can't even see my face properly.
Perfect.
And it's titled Crapcam TM
What's this on? Is this on Twitch or
on YouTube.
you do it on YouTube?
Yeah,
I want to do it on
that
YouTube.
channel.
I don't want to go near Twitch. It scares
Oh,
me.
yeah, I
that
have
place.
to, but I don't understand. Like,
Too many girls in like hot tubs on Twitch.
yeah, I'm not gonna say anymore. That's it.
Yeah, and Twitch has become very different.
Tell you what,
Twitch.
we'll do it, but we'll partner up. I'll be in the hot tub, and you can just be gaming off on the side. And anyone who comes there for that just gets me in a hot tub,
Just donations.
probably drunk.
Stop trying to lose me all my subscribers. I'd love to do gaming content. I just don't have the right setup for it. But hopefully within a month, I will have the setup, and
You
then
don't
I will
even
do
need-
gaming.
Yeah, you don't even need anything like amazing, honestly. I mean,
No.
what kind of? I mean, you mean a streamer setup sort of thing, or just gaming in general?
More that I don't really like it when like because I've got a PC and I do have a console, but with the PC I don't like how like the webcam and OBS sort of looks.
Yeah.
But I don't have like the room at my current place to hook up my actual filming camera and use that as like the webcam, which I've noticed that's like a lot of what people do. So then it's
Yeah.
super high quality.
What
Just
do you
need to-
play?
What would I play? I don't know, because I'd like to do like, I wonder if I'd like to do streams actually.
You could try it. I mean, but I don't know.
Something quite interactive. There's the Walking Dead game. My boyfriend kept playing the Walking Dead game, and it's so interactive because you have to like make moral decisions.
Is that
and
the one that's like the comic book?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
with,
yeah, that one,
with
yeah, yeah.
Clementine
Yeah.
and Lee, I think his name is. And I think that would be good because it's very interactive. So if you had a stream going, you could have people sort of, saying what choice
Yeah.
they'd pick, etc. Like that's one of the ideas that I've got. I just don't have the setup yet.
Patreon. You can pick where this goes. Just
Yeah.
donate. I know we'll be live, wouldn't it? So
Yeah. Yeah, for that kind of thing, I'd like it to be live. I'd love to do just like more gaming content, just try and break into that
Yeah.
community.
break
They
into
won't
every
want me.
community.
Like I'd love to do more cooking stuff, like copying BuzzFeed videos. I
Do
like that
everything. I would
stuff.
say at this point. Just do cooking, gaming. What's the other genre?
What else is there?
I don't know.
I'm not doing vlogging. No
Fact-
way. People don't need to
fact
see me.
Debunking.
Oh,
challenges.
long form video essays on
Yeah, I'm
like
just
facts, just to
about like the Holocaust or something. Some
maybe
shit topic.
maybe start light.
Yeah, I don't know.
There was that one I watched recently. Some guy did a really detailed video about why in America the McDonald's McFlurry machines are always broken.
Yes,
And it's a huge corporate.
Why is that?
It's a huge corporate conspiracy.
Is it really? Tell
Yeah,
us.
it's,
What did you learn then?
So essentially, and I really want to get my facts right, I'm pretty sure it is McDonald's. I watched this a little while ago,
Other fast food places are available.
especially for ice cream because I'll actually have it. Yeah, the reason is because it operates as a franchise, they are basically contract bound to use certain suppliers for machines. And they've put into their contract that any franchise owner, which is like any general manager of a McDonald's, has to buy the machine from like this distributor,
Yeah,
and they're only allowed to get it fixed by a certain group of guys who make so much money going around and fixing these things that are forever breaking for like all sorts of reasons. Like they're almost purpose built to be awful, and it's just a way of McDonald's and their partner just cycling money around between like one another, just making themselves wealthier, whilst the franchise owners are screwed because they're forever getting flack from customers. So it's like, why don't you have any ice cream? You never have any. You always say it's like, they always say it's being clean. The machine's being cleaned.
Oh, okay. So today,
which is bullshit. It is just always.
Yeah. This morning I just checked. It said temporary unavailable.
Yeah.
One down.
I think it's a bigger thing in America because I think the contracts changed once they came to Europe. But
so what do you mean? Is it just the same group of blokes, just like Barry, Steve, Stan, going around fixing?
There's very
white van,
right? Barry the white van man.
There's like a crack team.
Yeah.
Like a team of ice cream machine repairmen who just go around the country because they are very, very niche. So
I heard that they're
they
ridden with bacteria as well. There's never like
that's what makes it taste so good.
They can't like clean it as often as it should be cleaned. Because I read a lot of those articles where it's like, oh, you know, secrets that employees from fast food places, you know, don't want you to know. So and it's anonymous people being like, yeah, don't ever order like this, this, and this at this restaurant because it never gets cleaned or whatever.
Well, yeah, there's a rat in your food or something. Like, no.
No, I met a guy. I was staying in the Lake District just before I had my sojourn to Lapland to stay in a cabin.
Yeah.
Your what?
Sojourn.
Sojourn.
Yes. Anyway, I met a guy who came over from India and he was about to start work setting up a crisp factory here. I can't remember which brand, but it was a major one. And he was saying, yeah, just never eat mass-produced crisps. Just don't do it. Because if you saw the factories they made them in,
disgusting.
Just filthy. Like the oil and stuff that gets like recycled through the chutes and the pipes and everything. It's just horrifying. I was like, so why do you do it, man? He's like, well,
money.
I've got families.
Yeah. I mean, even the
had a lovely time. Took him all around.
Smaller brands are nicer as well. So
yeah,
smaller brand crisps, like the local ones you get.
Why would you tell me this now and not the other day when I was like, oh, I want to eat more crisps, even though I've already had a grab bag of Walkers?
You wouldn't have done anything I said. You would
do what I want. I'll eat my oily crisps if I feel like it.
There it is.
Oil.
I did once see this show about dieting because there was this phenomena in like the early 2000s where just every other show on TV was about dieting and diet culture. And Anna, what's her face? She was always doing different diets. And there was one where she went and got hypnotized to try to like eat less, and he did this thing where he got like this hypnotist, he got a crisp and he set it on fire and he was like, and look, this is all the oils, and you know, and that did nothing for me. I just thought, oh, I really want some crisps now.
Yeah, it's the opposite effect, isn't it?
Yeah, those shock tactics have never worked on me.
Like the documentary Supersize Me makes me really want some McDonald's fries.
God, I really want some now.
You know, and he's eating like, you know, a bunch of supersized meals when he was following a primarily like plant-based diet before with his girlfriend, right? And then he gets all his food supersized, and it was the quantity of food that made him like throw up. Remember in like on the second day, he like eats loads of burgers and then throws up, and he's like, this is the, and then he like puts on weight, and it's like, well, yeah, that was gonna happen. You've supersized every meal, like, oh.
It's like with the mukbang channels that just do it every day and they don't even feel sick anymore. They sort of get used to it, don't they?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
What's that one you were talking about the other week?
Oh.
A really vibrant one.
Oh, no, that's an ASMR mukbang. I thought you were on about Nikocado Avocado.
Oh, no.
Like, he's my...
I
love
bless him.
You love him?
Yeah, I play him in the background when I'm working because it's just funny.
My favorite
We're not going to give him flack on this show.
My favorite thing is just when he's like, shh, it's your fault, little sluts. It's so good. We should get him on the podcast.
Can we get him on?
As well.
I would love to. I'd fly him over.
Where's he living in America?
Miami.
I don't know. I don't know that about people.
Why don't you? You know all sorts of weird crap about
he's always pretending that he's moved out of Orleans.
He's like, I'm in Vegas.
And he's like, I'm at my new apartment, you know, and it costs $10 million. It's literally just a hotel room. And it's like
see the towels, complimentary towels.
He and Orlin, they do this thing that I don't really like, where like, well, they pretend to have arguments, which like, that's kind of funny, but then they pretend to have actual fights, and it's like, you shouldn't be doing it. It's pretend, but you shouldn't be doing that because it's not like the right message to convey or whatever. But the rest of his channel is just like this fever dream of like blaming his audience as little sloths for like
starts crying when food drops over.
The food's always going over, and he would just be like and then he would just like the next second just snap at he's a tour de force of entertainment.
Oh, man. He's got like 5-6 channels, hasn't he?
Yeah, because because like the CPM, he explained this in like an interview with James Marriott. The CPM keeps dropping on each one, so he starts a new one and makes loads of money.
More money.
My best
How can
mate.
you spam this?
Huh?
How can you spam this to your benefit?
I don't know.
Make new channels. Like,
no, I couldn't be bothered with that. It's too much
who
effort.
cares?
But one of my best mates, he had like, I introduced him to Ricardo, then he had this phase of just like watching him all the time because he was like, I can't look away, this is too much. He's also like the same person that watched every single episode of The Simpsons when they put it on Disney Plus, and it took him like 2 or 3 months.
I'm doing that right now, actually.
Yeah?
Every night I'm watching them.
How's that going?
I'm on season 7 now.
How obsessively are you doing it? Do you
doing
have to get through a few a day, or?
No, it's like once a day, but then I'm going to stop at like season 10 because the rest suck, apparently.
So I've heard.
So,
Yeah, he said that like, you know, they suck, they get really bad. Then it actually picks up in one of like the really late seasons, like in season 20 plus or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's only for a few episodes, I think. So it's not
Well,
really.
like,
It's not really worth
one
watching.
of the season, one of the
Nah.
seasons is okay, and then it just goes like diabolically down. And I've actually, this is on my, I have a video like list, like the Word document of
What
all
to
these
do
little
next?
ideas. One of my ideas is I'm gonna watch every single episode of Simpsons in like as little time as possible.
Oh
like,
my god!
I'm
Whoa.
gonna sit there and I'm just gonna binge it all
I
day.
mean, they're 20 minutes long, so you can get like through 5 seasons a day.
You can get through like quite a lot. It
Wow.
would be horrible.
You have to skip all the credits and
Yeah.
everything. Make sure you do all that because
Well,
you can't listen to
watch
those
it-
credits over and over again.
No. Watch it at like double speed.
That's cheating.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
that is
cheating.
cheating.
That's
That's
cheating.
not.
You can cut the credits off. You can't like literally speed up the.
It doesn't say anything about speeding up.
I just remembered.
Watch it backwards.
Yeah, might as well.
I just remembered once, of course, on an MDMA come down, I put on The Simpsons and I was watching it with a mate, and it was horrible because I realised, like, on this come down, watching The Simpsons, I realised that they don't look like people.
No.
Which, sure, sober, it's like, yeah, they're cartoons, they don't look like people. But when, like, you're fucked, you've been up all night and, you know, you're on a come down and you're questioning reality and you just look at The Simpsons, you realise they don't look like people. What do people actually look like? And then that's how I started to get dissociation disorder. But it was horrible. It gave me a great, like, identity crisis watching The Simpsons one time. It's horrible.
I know, you just see them and like, you don't realise, you know, because you've seen them for so long, you don't realise that they're so different.
And how weird they
Yeah.
actually look.
But then you just get used to it. You're like, oh.
Really
it's just,
think about it for a second.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bart and Lisa just alone
the hair is like weird. I don't know.
are weird, but like
Is it
once
the
you get
hair or
into-
is it a skull? Because there's been Treehouse Horror episodes where like they have their skulls and like it's spiky, like Bart's skull is
Yeah.
spiky. So is that hair or is it just their?
But then Lisa gets a haircut with that hair.
And it's
Yeah.
there's continuity issues in The Simpsons. Not having this Matt Groening.
Yeah.
you
Get him
gotta-
on the podcast. Tell him off.
You just add him to the list. You've got to do a video first telling him all the problems you've got because of him. I've got dissociation disorder because of you.
His fault.
No, that's when it was like start, and that's not The Simpsons' fault. That's because I just decided one summer that I was going to do as much MDMA as possible
Did you do it back to back?
Wouldn't that
in
kill
like
you?
as little time as possible.
Just do it at double speed.
The thing about that. Sorry, are you okay with like discussing like
Yeah,
drug
no, I'll
use?
just
Like,
look at my water bottle.
yeah,
That's fine.
Oh, I'm not being rude for anyone who's watching this one. My back is killing me. That's why I'm not facing you at like a 3/4 angle.
Yeah,
it's just like fire going
I'm
through
lying
my
down.
side right now.
I'm lying down.
I had to go for a sports massage the other day, and I've never had like a proper one. I've had like mates who know how to do that, given because sometimes I get like a knot here. I had to go for like a proper one the other day, and it was something else. It was horrible.
Well, like pain.
So painful. And he kept
it
being
is
like,
like
"Is
someone
this?"
kicking the shit out of you if you get one.
Yeah.
I felt like I was being beaten up. Like at one point, it was so like it's not like it was so painful like someone was punching me, but it was just so. I don't want to say like it. It does feel like a little bit violating when someone's like pushing really hard, like trying to like get into your muscles. It feels like and it's hurting. It feels like the tiniest bit because they shouldn't really be doing that, but they have to. And I felt like weirdly emotional at one stage. I was just kind of like, I don't know how I'm gonna put up with this. I was being a big baby.
I sometimes get like queasy during sports massage because I've got a back disorder. I occasionally have to get them just rather than snapping me like a beach towel.
Yeah.
Just to iron out all the
Yeah.
kinks. But I'm really conscious of stuff underneath my skin. That's why I think I hate like needles and stuff like that. So people like physically grinding my muscles and like thinking of all the blood vessels and things moving underneath my skin.
Yeah.
Under that
Damaged,
contact, I'm just
yeah.
like, I'm out.
can't do
I just try not to think about it and focus on the pain instead.
This is why I actually like having the podcast format, because I can just mention like the mundane details of my day that I can't really put in a video that much, you know. Like,
Yeah,
just
hey guys,
complaining
guess
about,
what? My back
oh
hurts.
my god, had this sportsman's like, yes, my back hurts because I hunch over a lot
Yeah.
and I've not got very good posture.
Anyway,
tense.
next video is about something else.
Gabby Hannah's probably
Yeah.
done something. That's
Up
literally
next.
the video that
Up
I've
next on
just
the show.
exported and uploaded.
We need to do one of these where we're getting massages, not sports massages.
Why
I
would
can-
we this?
What? No. Why would we do that?
Well, just so how have you been? Oh, quite relaxed this week.
Yeah.
What's
So
it-
like we're
what?
lying down on the table,
Yeah,
doing
like
the microphone.
it's just three of us. Like it's not at a horrible angle. They're still very tasteful.
Yeah.
Maybe not the pink lighting for that one.
I don't feel comfortable with any of this. It's a horrible suggestion enough.
All right. Well, you and I will just do it then.
You can do
want-
it.
wanna-
Yeah, I want to get a massage.
do you want to get a massage and film it? Not for the podcast.
Do I want to get a massage and film it?
Come on, we've known each other for like over 45 minutes now. It's not
Yeah.
weird.
Maybe even longer.
Leave him alone.
Fair enough.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah, so anyway, I had this sports massage, right? Yeah, and it bloody like fucking hurt. And I have to go back next week because apparently there's
Is
still
it like officially NHS style or something?
Oh no. This was just like this
Just-
place that I
It
get.
won't be as bad next week.
Well,
like the
here's-
first one you
here's
get
hoping.
is.
But then I felt really sore and didn't go to the gym next day. And then
Mm.
I ate these weird vegan king prawn things. And then I was sick. And I think I had mild food poisoning. It was bizarre.
Prawns do that.
But they were like vegan king prawns. They
Yeah.
weren't even like, it wasn't even real seafood. How pathetic is
Did you
that?
cook them?
What? No, I ordered them from
No, he didn't.
ordered them from a vegan
Well, there you
Indian
go.
place.
They didn't cook.
Oh, okay.
They were like, world first vegan Indian prawns. So I was like, okay, I'll order it. And it was 15 quid for one of these curries. 15 quid. But I was like, do you know what?
A whole curry?
One curry, 15 quid.
I thought you said one prawn was 15 quid.
No. And I only ate 1.5 because I didn't like them.
I had a bit of a. I went to that restaurant the other day that you recommended in.
Redemption in
Yeah,
Covent Garden.
Covent Garden, yeah. They
Nice,
do a
innit?
toefish curry. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's decent.
That was like 15 quid.
Don't shout them out. They haven't paid us. Take it back. Bleep
Shout
out their
out.
name.
All right.
McDonald's.
It was still nice, but now we're going to bleep your name out.
Shout out to Sainsbury's.
Shout out Tesco's. Tesco's was always in like the
Yeah,
emoji.
Tesco P&G logo in there, spinning.
I think that's literally what I
That
have
was
this.
in yours.
Yeah, it was just
I'm
spinning.
sure.
The Breaking
Yeah.
Bad video, just
Yeah,
spinning
yeah.
in the corner.
I totally have this thing about mentioning Tesco so much on my channel, and I think it just primarily comes from absorbing way too much MLG content.
Yeah.
Like Tesco's value,
What
Tesco
the hell
meal
does
deal.
Tesco have to do with anything? Like, I just
Because
went.
it's just a great value shop.
Yeah, I think I just added. Yeah, that's what I do. I add like random sponsors. So I go on Google or type brands and download all the images of these brands. And so I've got like Tesco, then I've got like Royal Bank of Scotland logo somewhere in the corner, and then some random other company. And you just end up with these just random sponsors.
I love it.
That's it.
I don't even go to Tesco's much.
No,
More M&S.
cost cutter, isn't it?
Oh,
Costco.
Marks and
Costco.
Spencer's
Is that
for
just
me.
because you do spend all your time indoors? So it's like, yeah, I can't go out again, so I'll just stock up.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living in a cave.
It's literally a cave at this point, like middle of nowhere. And actually, when I went to Lynmouth, the only shop was a cost cutter, so I had to go there. Or I could have gone to Londis, but that was too far away.
I don't know why I'm laughing at that. It's just Londis.
Just gone to
There was a
Londis.
Londis in my hometown. Used to go there, try and buy cigarettes underage.
How'd that go?
I can't remember. That's the weird thing because I've been smoking on and off. I mean, off now because I think I quit 6 months ago.
Think?
Don't know. Can't remember.
Don't know.
Once a while, like once every 4 or so months, I'll have one and then be like, oh, I don't really like this, and then stop.
It's a good reminder, isn't it? You're just like,
Yeah.
Actually, when it's not a habit, this is just.
Don't like it.
But I've been smoking cigarettes on and off since the age of 14. I don't know how I was getting them. At like 14,
They
15,
just appear,
16.
they grow on
Like,
trees and you pick them.
I don't know how. Who was buying them for me? I don't remember.
I don't remember anything.
I don't remember. Like, who was buying me cigarettes? Who was buying me? No, it was easier to. Shouldn't be saying this. It was easier to buy weed when you were like 15, 16 than it was to get alcohol. Because weed's
Yeah.
illegal anyway, so it was easier to make that connection and just buy weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the shop, you have to show ID, don't you?
You have to bribe someone to go in.
I was always designated guy for that, like out of my school and friendship group of like,
Hey,
that
buddy.
you're tall enough, you look old enough.
Yeah.
try.
Hey, buddy,
So from the age of about
fiver.
15 up, going into shops.
I remember I had like a designated guy, but he was a few years older than me, and I'd just known him since I was a kid. So when I was about 16, I'd pay him to go get some cheeky vodka. That was nice. What lovely memories. Shame we crashed and burned.
Growing up English.
Growing up in the countryside.
You know what I remember most is when you bought alcohol for me. Such cherished memories.
Oh yeah. I thought you were saying that about me then.
No,
like,
not you. I mean, like that's what you would say.
Specifically
like,
you.
You.
I was like, me buying alcohol for someone else? That doesn't sound like me. I'd drink it. We used to go to this pub. I can't say where, but you wouldn't even know. It was like in an adjacent town. We used to go to like this pub bar like after college, and I'd just get like 3 double vodkas and lemonades, stick a straw in them, and drink them all at once.
Just to get yourself going for the evening.
Yeah, that would start me off. Like 6 vodkas in one. That's ridiculous. No wonder I grew up to be very well adjusted.
I did the same thing when I was working as a chef, and then I'd get invited for nights out afterwards. But I had to get from the village into a town, and then everyone's already like steaming by the time you show up.
Yeah.
And that's not a fun environment, so you've got to catch up. So I would do basically the same.
It's like in 5 minutes you're like suddenly, oh, there you go.
There we go. Yeah, now I'm
I
ready
can
to
fit in with everybody.
Did you guys have like a designated park where you'd just go and drink really cheap cider?
The park.
Like a
Capital
park?
T, capital P, the park.
You didn't have that. We had a park, had like a little
It was
skateboard
outside.
area.
It was outside my primary school.
Oh, so you just literally walked across the road and just sat there.
We noticed it once.
Yeah.
We became sort of like cognizant of this. Like just mid session. It's like, hang on a minute. If we were young and at that school now, and they'd given like an assembly and like some men, like teenagers, have been drinking in the playground, like that'd be quite intimidating, threatening. Yeah, and then we realised it's us. We're such idiots. Like, imagine being threatened by us, and we're just there like hanging off swings, crying about nonsense that happened at secondary school at this point.
Threatening, isn't it?
And it's just
swing.
ridiculous. But we felt like such low lives. Well, like we recognised it. We definitely became aware. It's like, we can't keep doing this. So we went to a different field, and that's how we solved that.
You went to a different field, like a bigger one.
I live in the countryside. There's a lot of fields.
In our secondary school, in my drama class, we had to put together a PSA to perform in front of the school and parents or something, and it was about not giving into peer pressure. And
How did that go?
And I was bully number 2.
Oh no!
And bully number 1 was my friend, and she had an iconic line that had to be redacted and changed because the drama teacher decided, like on that performance, that actually that's too much. The original line was, if you want to be cool at our school, then you've got to take drugs and smoke. And it had to be changed to just like, you've got to smoke cigarettes because taking drugs is a bit too much. And I was just like bully number 2, so I'd just be there in the background like, yeah. Got to do drugs, fam. No, we didn't talk like that, but
we did I remember this was in year 4. I don't know what that is in American grades. How old are you in year 4?
8?
Like
8 or 9?
I want to say 8.
I think that kind of boundary. We did do you remember doing like class assemblies? So like one class would do it for the rest of the year group
on like a Friday, like assembly.
And it's like the more serious assembly days, or like the longer ones that would drag on for a bit.
Yeah,
we did that in year 4. We had to do one on the Vikings, and we had Vikings and like Anglo-Saxons and that kind of stuff, and we had to do like educational stuff, but we also did like Dark Age adverts. So me and 2 of my friends, we made like drinking horns, and we were advertising like more efficient drinking horns to get you hammered like faster.
Yeah.
And we were doing this as a performance for like other school kids.
And
how did I know so much? Like, there were parents involved in this. And they just let us do this at a Christian school.
There you go. We had the same thing. It was like, you do like presentations sort of for the parents and other school kids. And
they should have censored us.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Did you have the same thing where the year 6's got to sit on the bench?
Yes, and everyone else had to sit on the floor like peasants.
So
elitist. Sit on the floor.
And then when you're finally in year 6, you're like, oh yes.
No,
But like the way the benches were, like at our
the creaky ones, the super creaky
benches.
If you were unlucky, like where put two benches together, and then there's almost there's that little dip, and that's so uncomfortable to sit on if you're unlucky.
What, did yours have those little white knobbly bits that stick up at the end?
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks now.
Mine was padded, blue and padded.
Where did you go to school?
Cool. Upmarket. He thinks he's better than us.
Yeah.
Good Lord, I thought I was middle class. You had a padded bench to sit on. I had just a poor glazed one.
We had a little wooden
Did you have like a wooden log from outside?
you had to chop down the tree.
No, I know that feeling about the benches. I experienced it again when one of my cars was a BMW.
Oh.
Everyone hates BMW drivers, but when you're in one, oh, hang on, no, I realise why I'm better than everyone now. Vroom.
I don't understand any of what you're saying. It just goes straight over my head. But
when you're just being a douchebag on the road, and it's like, no, it's totally different now because I'm the one doing it, and that must be how all the year sixes felt on that.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess that applies to any car then. If you've got like a Tesla or something, like, ooh.
Yeah. Would you ever get a Tesla?
Probably.
No, they like explode. They like spontaneously combust,
like
don't
the
they?
Canyonero from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I saw some picture that someone had put on, I don't know what fucking website, but they were like, their Tesla had like burnt to a crisp because it just set on fire, and then they wrote this whole post about it, you know, being like, oh yeah, this isn't great, but do you know what, good products, and buy one again. And it's like, are you in a cult? What the hell is that? That's like the world's biggest pyramid scheme.
That is Elon Musk's
most expensive pyramid scheme.
That or something, yeah.
It was fun while it lasted. I know Don Monaghan. I'm going to pronounce it right this time. Don Monaghan, the guy who played Merry in the Lord of the Rings, whose podcast I watch, he was talking about his Tesla because he's got a compost heap, like, because he loves animals, so he like invites animals into like his garden. But
what do you mean? He just like goes up to them, hands out little invitations.
Yeah.
It's like, come on,
just makes them feel very welcome. No, like so he sets up little hollows and like ponds and other stuff.
That's nice. What a little hobbit! How lovely of him.
Yeah, he's seems to just be a really lovely guy. Yeah. But the Tesla batteries, when you've been driving around, they stay warm for fucking ages. Yes. And apparently he'd accidentally, like, he'd just parked too close to his compost heap, so a family of mice had got up into the bodywork of the Tesla, and then like the aircon started smelling bad one day, and like he took it to the garage, and it's like, yeah, you may or may not have had an entire nest of cooked mice in your Tesla going through your. So watch out for that battery. Make sure nothing.
Imagine, how did they get in again? They through a hole or something.
I mean, they would have just like gone up like climbed up the tire and like gone up under
the
chassis and whatever.
Well,
so imagine any number of cats will get in trouble with this because they like to sleep under warm cars.
Yeah, they do actually.
Aren't the batteries made of lithium?
I have no idea.
Guess why you shouldn't check it out. Lithium batteries, but isn't that like bad? Anyway, for the environment, or it's not that environment friendly, or I don't know.
Just bad for a certain group of orangutans.
Lithium is lithium, but the mining itself. Yeah. So I just go around on a penny farthing. I saw a penny farthing once in East London. I saw someone. I saw someone on a penny farthing. Huh?
Surprised that wasn't in Shoreditch.
It was through Shoreditch. There was a penny farthing, and I was like, "That's it. This place has gotten way too hip for me. I'm out of here."
Like, where else would it be? Shoreditch, obviously.
Of course, obviously.
Penny farthing.
Guy with a mullet, probably.
Yeah, mullet.
Those are coming back.
Colourful clothes.
I was going to say about the whole secondary school, junior school thing, the benches and whatever. Would you ever have to like sing in assembly?
Well,
yeah.
Jesus hymns.
Presumably
like
we all went to church schools, didn't we?
Wait, J-E-S-U-S. Yes, he's the king of me. Sing stuff like that. So we'd have to like sing the Jesus stuff and.
He's got the whole world in his hands.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one. Oh.
We'd do all the Jeebus stuff. We love Jeebus. And then...
But they don't hear you, so you don't have to, like, actually sing.
Yeah, no, you just mouth along. But then we'd also have to do the Beatles. Eleanor Rigby. Because I took the lyrics of Eleanor Rigby very literally, you know. A face in a jar by the door. Who is it for? What a skinwalker. That's terrifying imagery for a fucking 8-year-old. Jesus.
We had to sing Usher and S Club 7.
What, in assembly?
Yeah.
What?
Because we were so hipster like.
We did S Club 7 for our Year 6 Leavers song. Yeah. I can't remember which one it was. I'm not a huge fan of S Club 7, although I did see 2 members of them in a nightclub near me once in Guildford. It was Bradley and I want to say Joe was the blonde one. Mm-hmm. They were performing. They were not good.
Leave them alone. It's been a while for them.
Doing the circuit, just 2 of them in Guildford. I mean, we had a good time. And Joe's voice was still really good. Brad just wasn't feeling that night, maybe. But we did one of their songs, but like a slow, sadder version of it.
Yeah, something similar.
Not really my deal.
Getting us kids to sing like sad music or like sad rap music from Usher, like
sad rap music.
Yeah,
that's funny. I thought the Beatles was quirky, but having to sing Usher when you're like 8 years old, that's funny.
Did either of you get to control the stereo? Did you enter to music? Because in our school, we would always enter to classical music.
What do you mean the stereo, like as in the hall?
Yeah, usually the one that's attached to the big black TV that they would wheel in.
I don't know if we did. I can't remember. We had like, it was mounted on the ceiling, so you couldn't really do anything.
Oh, okay. Because we had a big chunky stereo system with the big chunky TV that's wheeled in to certain classes when you're watching something for the best days. The best days. We're going to watch a film.
Some science.
In class, yeah. And we always had there was a brace of year 6 students.
Yeah.
And they would control the track and the volume, and they'd play it when we enter and when we leave. And
really? I didn't know that.
It was...
What's the point?
It was just to...
I know, why bother?
It was just to be classy.
Okay.
We'd enter to
Vivaldi classy with your wooden benches.
DJ.
Not the big I am over here with his padded benches.
Well, we were all very uncomfortable, but at least we had some culture. But I remember weaseling my way in there so I could play the soundtrack from the Fellowship of the Ring. Because that was classical music technically, but it was just better than what we were listening to.
That's funny because I just watched the last one last night for the first time.
Have you seen the animated one?
No.
Watch the animated one.
Not.
You can edit the shit out of that.
Can I? I didn't know.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's from like the 70s.
Isn't it pretty wild, that one? It's very like vivid and
super
strange.
Psychedelic at one point. Yeah.
That's perfect.
It's so good, and also the animation.
Yeah.
Because they animated it, they made conscious choices to do that.
Good.
There's some weird stuff. It's
I didn't know it existed until now. So.
Do it. What do you think of the third one then?
Well, I watched the extended version, which was 4 hours and 24 minutes.
Yeah, that's the only one to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like extended dialogue.
I loved all those extended versions.
Yeah,
I loved them. The DVDs were there's like 6 DVDs in one case for it. I loved that.
Open it up and it's like so
it's just like a book, like a pop-up book.
I don't know. I just couldn't get into like the mythical dialogue, the way they talk. Mm-hmm. I couldn't get into that, but the film was nice. I don't know what you think about that.
Heathen.
Oh, what? Sorry, did I say something bad?
Oh no, it's just because I base my entire life around the Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
You've
sorry,
rewritten the Lord of the Rings.
Essentially, I've got to hang up there.
Well, it was right. Yes, not bad.
That's all right. That's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Not too bad.
No, it's.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm aware of what I did. Like I've picked one thing to live around, and it's fine. Not everyone likes it.
I don't know. I loved it. The effects were cool. There was that character. I don't remember the name of.
You're starting to slip now. My esteem.
And that's it.
You are actually like one of your videos, when you put the text on the screen where it's like, who the fuck even is this? That's just you in real life.
I don't know what I'm
saying.
What
the fuck is going on? What's happening?
It's like
do you know what happened in our school once? I'm still on that topic because there's just a wealth of entertainment there talking about primary school. No, junior school, that's the one. In junior school, we once had to watch the World Cup. Because the World Cup was on and they made us watch it, and I had no interest in football.
I think it was when they were playing in Brazil. We had to watch it.
We had to sit down and watch the fucking World Cup.
2006 when Italy won, right? Because I remember
2001.
2006.
Oh, I would have.
No, I'd have been a teenager then. This is.
Oh, 2002 then. Japan.
I can't remember.
Not that I know anything about football, but I just remember it was.
I left secondary school in 2008, so I would have been in primary school by then. I am the oldest.
Are you? Ooh.
Yeah, you're the oldest.
I'm 48 years old.
I feel like I'm 105. I can't believe that they made us watch the World fucking Cup.
We had one kid who was super into Brazil as a team. He had no ethnic links to Brazil at all. He was just really into it.
Loves it, I guess.
Yeah.
Why not? Just pick one. That's
Just
what it is, isn't it?
one.
Just pick a team.
Honestly, that's what I do when the World Cup's on. Although, actually, for some reason, I usually support South Korea.
That's nice.
They're pretty good.
I don't know. I've met when I'm abroad and I meet a bunch of really boisterous people who seem fun to be around. It's like, oh, they're South Koreans, and they always invite me to stuff. It's happened a few times now, where they're just like.
This has not happened.
Yeah. I was in.
Fake.
Well, he's making stuff up now. He's just lying.
I was staying.
I don't believe it.
What are you talking about? I've not heard of this, and if I've not heard of this, it doesn't happen. Not
I
a
was
thing.
staying in a hostel in Helsinki, and the only reason I didn't go to aforementioned party was because I had like some kind of horrible throat infection, which meant I couldn't even swallow water without like knives.
Oh, load of rubbish. You're just
anyway.
talking.
I was on a volcano last week.
Like that show about the bear who's in the volcano. You know what we're talking, the polar bear and the volcano.
No idea what you're talking about.
No, don't do that. Don't be so nasty. That show, the polar
Noah's
bear.
Island.
What's going on? Like, you're saying you're lying, both of you now.
I'm just getting her back.
Okay.
Yeah, that
get
show,
that
the
now.
polar bear.
Noah's Island, polar bear, 2 mammoths. Good show. These Koreans were real, and they liked me. That's why you don't.
What were they?
That's
you don't
why.
like
That's
the
why
story.
I'm disbelieving this story.
Someone
What?
wanted
Other
me.
people liking
Would they
you?
recognize
Rubbish.
you if they showed your picture? If what am I saying?
I don't know. It was,
Would they recognize you?
I don't want to make myself sound like weird, but it was pretty dark at the time.
Oh, okay.
No, I was in the hostel room, and I was like, I was trying to go to bed early because I was gonna go off and do like other stuff. So I wanted to try and rest. But like these guys just crashed into the hostel, like the dorm, and then they realised someone was in there, and it was me. And I'm like, oh, really sorry, but then I got sort of chatting to them as best as I could, and within like a minute, I was like, "Come with us,"
Okay.
and they were great fun. They were
Yeah.
the nicest people in the hostel.
Was
And
it
they were
like a shared
Yeah,
room?
it was like
something?
16 people in there.
Oh wow.
It was quite a big one. It was like a multi-story.
Good luck
hostel.
sleeping. I don't know how people do that.
Yeah. Well, they only came back at like 5 a.m. anyway. So it was
Only
right.
5 a.m.
God damn it, they had fun that I didn't.
I didn't have fun.
What kind of story is this? There's no loud noises. There's nothing going on.
They were. I just wasn't present for them because I didnn't go to the party.
This story.
And it
This
did not
is
happen.
just.
Let me tell you, Leah. Sorry, let me spin you a yarn of a party that I didn't go to.
Just
Did I
imagine
tell
in
you
your
about the
head.
time?
Okay, well, that was a lovely story about nothing. I don't know why I'm being so aggressive. I'm sorry. I'm just a bit cranky and tired today. But that is all we have time for. Trying to fight the urge to be
Aw.
like, on that bombshell.
Oh, no.
It's just something I keep saying recently. That is all we have time for today. So thank you so much for listening with your ear holes. Thank you so much for watching with your eye holes.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
the best outro you've ever made.
Can't even
I just
talk.
think I'm Russell Brand. Actually, that is one thing that I will mention before we stop. I've gotten back into like listening to Russell Brand's podcast, yeah, and yeah, I've not listened to any of his content for quite a while. I don't know how I did it because, like, considering I've been aware of him, but I've not really been consuming any of his stuff for like years. I basically am just him. Like, he'll just be making fun of his assistant, then he'll just turn around, apropos of nothing, and go, "I am brilliant, me." How did I manage to base my personality so much on someone that years can pass and I'm still just the same little clone? And on that bombshell, thank you very much for listening to all that. Check out Podel. Check out Podel's channel. Check out some of those bloody MLG videos.
Yeah.
Truly the golden era
Before
of
I delete
YouTube.
them for some reason.
Please don't. Archive them.
Yeah, before I make them unlisted because I don't like seeing them anymore.
We'll put some of the highlights of those in
Yeah.
the description, I think.
But
What, we? You mean I'll have to?
I'll
I
remind you. And
warn
you'll
you
do it.
though, you might get copyright strike because I use so many copyright things.
Oh, we'll just put the links in the description. We won't even
Yeah.
if we put the videos up, it'll just be
your
with
channel
no
gets
audio.
striked if you put any of the videos up because one of mine got deleted actually, the Batman one. It got deleted
Oh.
for being violent. The 60s Batman
can
being too
imagine.
violent.
Oh, 60s Batman.
Yeah.
YouTube is
The
such a big
best Batman.
baby
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's too violent for YouTube, so they got rid of it.
Adam West.
Yeah. They were just punching each other with sound effects and, the boof. All that. That's too violent for YouTube.
YouTube is big baby. So yeah, check out Podel's channel. Thank you so much for coming down
very
and
much.
chatting with us. It's been
Yeah.
nice having you. Rob, say bye.
Yes, I'll be back.
Bye, Rob.
See you next week.
See you next week. See you next Tuesday.
This was lovely. I just got abused by.
Yeah, I
this
mean,
week.
I haven't done nothing. I'm just existing. How dare you?
That's right,
I'm
you're-
brilliant, me.
Oh, I want to put down a t-shirt. I've done nothing. I'm just existing.
That's a great merch idea. I'm
Yeah.
stealing
Keep writing
that.
down the weekly merch ideas.
Yeah.
We need to stop this now. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.